Hello. And welcome to my baby stream. It is I, Ellie, aka Kibnu. I'm joined today by Blind Assassin. What's up?
What's up?
I can confirm that he is not blind, but is also an assassin. Just in case you all were wondering.
Been outed.
But today we're building a prototype. Hello, Lang. Oh my gosh, Lang. Bruh. Everything they do is great, however, topre bad. Okay, so when I first started learning about topre, I was like, Lang told me that this is not good. So I need to be convinced otherwise.
Oh, and by the way, I can't see it.
Oh, you can't see. Oh, yeah, that's right. I switched. Lang is here. Okay, let me switch my. Oh, the camera turned off. There we go. Sorry. Aw, JB. JB is one of my friends. My little stinky friend.
And it's okay for Lang to be wrong.
Does this bring Lang out of retirement as fighting topre? Also, I got water. But it's freaking hot, which is why I have this tiny fan that's blowing in my face. If it's too loud for the microphone, just tell me and I'll turn it off, because I have my other fan down here that you can't see. But yeah, I hope you all had a great weekend. I went down to Houston to visit Blind Assassin and Davis and meet some keyboard people. But yeah, how do you feel now, Blind Assassin, since I have graced your presence? No!
That was really fun.
Bro, Lane, what the heck? Bruh, thank you for the tier 1 subs. What the heck? We got Tri Vanilla JS, Mint Lodica, as like my dad would say, Mint Lodica. Enomushiki, Hotrod. Oh, Hotrod! Wait, I think he was at the meetup. This username sounds familiar. And Kibi Cat, freaking the cutest username ever. What the heck?
Oh, Hot Rod.
Lang, thank you.
Yeah.
You got the grumpy face back. That's right. When you subscribe, you get the winning grumpy face. Actually, which I made this of the like styled after the subscriber badge out of like those perler beads, because my like coworker was obsessed with those perler bead stuff, and he like take it to raise. But yeah, let me get the keyboard. Hey, look at all these emojis. Hey.
So many languages.
Yeah, there's lots of langs. Mr. Pumpkers, rest in peace. Rest in power, Pumpkers. Bruh, and then... Oh, I brought back 2 things from Texas. Besides being sweaty. I brought back 2 keyboards. One of which I wrapped in my shorts because I didn't have a case for it.
I even forgot. I was like, oh, what was the other thing?
You're like, what did you get? I didn't have like... Oh yeah, thanks Lang for showing up. I appreciate you stopping by, even if it's to hate on Topre. I didn't have... Oh, Cujo, you're here just in time. So I brought back the from TechDoc, the Yeehaw State, and I wrapped it in my shorts because I didn't have another keyboard case. But this is another smoker. Topre bad, Jeffrey. We're gonna put Topre to the test because I did get to try Topre for the first time. It was your OSA, the one you had at the meetup. But look at this.
But stock Topre, I would agree. But modified Topre, good.
Stock Topre bad, mod Topre good? I guess that's a good question to ask Lang. Has he tried modded Topre yet? So this is a green smoker. So now I have 3 smokers. But thank you, Blind Assassin. Oh, this is the bottom piece.
Yeah, no problem.
So wait, you said this was like F-stock?
I don't remember. It was just one that no one was buying.
Oh. Yeah, this is the other bottom part. Hey, what's up, Exo Squid? This board is so freaking fun and cute. Little baby. Aww. I like the OCM logo.
Mm-hmm.
Yours is okay. But yeah, we're not here for smokeless today though. We have a bigger purpose. And I forgot to update the build command.
How dare ye?
But that's pretty normal from my stream. Yeah, it came out really good. All the annos of the smokers came out nice in my opinion. There was the mismatch issue with the purples, but I got one of the OG ones, but even the other color is really nice.
Just, you know,
it's just
very wrong.
Yeah, it's just different. I got an artisan while I was gone. You wanna see? I got a Deskeys artisan.
Oh,
Dread.
Wonder if this is the one I forgot to enter.
So nice for paperwork.
Oh.
So I got. What is this one called?
I don't know. But does not like
I put the influencer hand. Oh, maybe I don't have it on auto. Hold on, my camera.
Awkward moment where you forgot to put it on autofocus.
There we go. It's called the Altered Ego Green for DCS Paperwork. More for the artisan box. Shh, switch doctor. We don't talk about that box. Yeah, let me check the... When I move my camera over here, I feel like something happened with the focus.
Oh,
okay.
there it goes.
There it goes. Okay.
It just was slow.
We don't talk about that box. Switch doctor. Oh, and then I did get one other artisan. Or actually, I got more today that I didn't open yet, but I know what it is. Hello, Melon Bread. Thank you for following. I got this one, the Kevin. They did 2 Pride Kevins this year. I just like the colors. I love all rainbow colors. It's so pretty. So shiny.
Oh, wow.
It's iridescent color. Hey, what's up, Dee? And then I got some in today from 808 Keys. Well, I can show you too. So he sent me a bunch of White Rabbit candies. Have you tried these before?
I feel like I have, but it's been a very long time.
Yeah, they're like a rice paper candy. They're really good. But he had a sale recently. I forget the name of this. Called Blooming is the name of the colorway. But it's another one of my TTs.
Just do not say the name with TTs after it.
We know you're all here for the TTs. But I was wondering, okay, I had an idea. What happens for me is at night when I can't sleep, I start scrolling and I start shopping for things. And I was like, I had this idea because the 808 Keys, his authentication card. Oh, he sent me other stuff. His authentication card are Pogs. What is this? Wait. Hold on, we'll get to that. But so his authentication cards are Pogs, right? So I was like, I have a bunch of these Pogs because I have a lot of TTs. And so I was like, well, what do I do with them? And I was like, wait, there was a way we stored Pogs back in the day. So I will introduce to you my new 808 Keys officially licensed Pog Federation 2 storage container that I found on eBay for like $5. But yeah, this was my late night eBay purchase. So you should be able to just stick it in here like this. We got my Pogs, baby. But of course, Pogs are not complete without a slammer, baby. Power Rangers Power Disc 1994. Better watch your back. So that was my solution. Hey, thank you, Dini, for subscribing. So that was my solution for artisan Pog storage. So you better bring your Pogs to the meetup and we will battle. What could you imagine if people battled for like artisans by playing Pogs like the way you would back in the day? Oh, so apparently, I think this is like a K-pop group, one, because he sent me this little card.
Interesting.
What is this? Oh, you know what? I think this is the one girl my friend likes. IU. Bruh, Didi, thanks for subscribing. Also, thanks for following Tears for Beers. What's up? Oh, is this Mamamoo? Because, Liz Kits really likes Mamamoo. I started learning about Korean bands because I went to go see Dreamcatcher. Only way I'll ever get a bongo cat. I was a pog master in elementary school. Heck yeah. Okay, see, I think there needs to be a pog tournament now. A pog within the stakes are artisans. And we can televise it.
I like this is the only way your artisan collection will get smaller.
Yeah, right? I lose that pogs. We need to check band slammers. Oh, that's true. That's true. This is serious business. I think some were like weighted. Okay, well, I'll put this all away because we're not here for my artisan addiction. We're here for topres, or topre, or what? How do you pronounce it correctly, I guess?
Topre.
Topre? Okay.
Topura.
Topura. I want to look up the katakana for it.
I wonder if they even have katakana. Or if they just did the weird thing of, we're going to put it in the Roman alphabet. Just keep it.
Yeah, so katakana is like the Romanized, like they basically use that one for like English or like Romanized words. Oh, it's topre. Topre.
Pray for the toes.
But yeah, this Saturday was the first time I'd ever seen or like used the topre board. I liked it. It's been a minute since I've used like tactiles other than U14s. So it was nice trying something different. But you included some goodies. What are those?
Silencing rings.
Oh. We got some stickers. Heck yeah. The Lofu. The logo. Viktus. Oh, is there a link to the Minne, like, stuff that you want to link to?
No, just in the server. The 40 server.
Okay. Let me update my command before I forget it. Right.
That is correct, Switch Doctor. This is the Topra education. Around 300. I forgot the exact numbers myself.
Oh, for the group buy?
Yeah. But it's a number.
It's a number. Okay, let me link to the 40 Discord. The 40% Discord is very intimidating.
It is indeed. That's why you just only stay in the group buys and interest checks you're interested in.
Okay, let's see if that fixes
it. And some lint.
This is my Topre education. I know nothing. So...
Yeah, everything I sent with you was to basically just show what's available.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we can just go step by step.
Okay.
So I guess we'll start off with the white towel stuff. And then we can slowly tease them.
So, also, I watched you fold this and it was very precise. I was like, dang.
I'm not sure when I'm gonna run it because I need to figure out what's causing the PCB issues. Given the issue is confusing to everybody, I've asked.
Hello, so that's trade spotter.
The one person. So that's the PC plate from P3D store or MX.
Oh, that's right. There's an MX option too.
Yeah. Oh, right. There's a normal option. The original.
Why would you go normal when you could try something different? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's the PC MX one, and then there's two brass topre ones. So that one right there is the what I call the quote normal topre. So it's the topre mount stems would normally be used in. This is the only layout, which is dual 3U on the bottom.
Yeah, I feel like 40s I prefer split spacebar anyways. It's better. And then this is the other.
And that one is dual 3U for the RGB housings.
Oh, okay. So the main difference is that little bumpy.
Yeah, the cutout's a slightly different size, and then there's the little bump.
Okay. So this is the, like, what do they call them? Like R1 topre or?
Oh, R1 and R2 and R3 now.
Okay. And then this one is just the RGB specifically.
R2 RGB, yeah.
Okay, cool. I watched your video. Okay.
Double day. I mean, it depends on preference. I mean, the main reason I did Minne in HHKB-esque blockers is so it was a 10U bottom row. Because there's no other way to do a 10U without there being like either, I think it's like 0.125 blockers on each side, or just
a thick blocker.
Yeah, it's a strange thing. So it's like, just make it 10U, be happy.
I feel like 10U is functional, but it's also hilarious to me just seeing that like giant space bar. It's amazing.
Oh, did I not go? I may not have. Oh, that's what I forgot to give you. The 10U space bar.
Oh no.
I just realized it's sitting next.
Yeah, I don't have Davis was delayed on the keycaps, but I have them coming soon. Because this is the wire, right?
Yeah, that's the 10U wire.
I'm wondering if... I'm trying to think what keycaps does I have. And which ones had, like, big bars.
Did you get DCS Paperwork?
I don't have it yet. It's on its way.
Okay.
Let me see if I have
DCS sets were there recently.
I have is it only DCS that has 10U?
Yeah, that's what they're from.
Oh, did Delftware have it? Because I have Delftware.
I don't know. That's
that up. Let's see.
Otherwise, you get to have a funky spacebar.
Yeah. Well, I should be getting paperwork here in just a couple days, so. I don't think I had a 10.
Oh. Yeah, Trace Spotter just confirmed it too. Damn. Well, we'll just be sad.
Yeah, I forgot. I do know paperwork is on the way, so let me see.
Yeah, because there was supposed to be somebody who went to the meet with us, who was gonna bring me a bunch of 10Us, but he got sick the day of.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, I should be getting it on Thursday, so I'll take pictures later this week. Okay. Alright, what's next? We got our plate.
So I guess, yeah, we can just put those 3 plates away now. Because they're just more for just showing what's available. And then there's gonna be some more of what's available in a minute.
You get all these fancy clocks.
Well, the one you're holding is from Canon Keys, and then the gray one is what I ship with.
Oh, with the Stirka and stuff.
Yo, yeah, I'm trying to do it with every board now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's really nice. Okay, what you want next?
We can go over the board.
Okay.
And then that's the 10U and 7U plate. Or the RGBs.
So the main thing is just the cutouts on the bottom row, right?
Yeah, it's just mainly because you want to have a fixed layout for topre on the plate.
Oh, okay.
Just because, unlike MX, there's nothing else that aligns switches.
Oh, because the housings are what like keeps them in place, right?
Basically, the housing is all you get. And then this is the 3D printed prototype. With
I was trying to see if I can adjust this a little bit higher, but
camera's fighting you.
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
And then this is a purple palm plate, which is not going to be available, but it was just I wanted to see what it looked like. It was a different purple than I was wanting, so. But this also has the in the Minne channel. There's a pinned thing about at least I think I pinned it about an alternate mounting.
Look how cool this like logo came out. Because this is the baby version of the Cine, right?
Yes.
Which is like what this profile. Because they're both like. Oh, I got echoing. Okay, let me plug in my headphones. Let me plug in my headphones.
Echo.
There you go. How dare. Oh, you know what? Let me turn off this light. I'm gonna switch lights then. I'm getting attacked by this fan. Yeah. Meow, meow, meow. We make adjustments.
On the fly.
I don't know if you do this. Well, you don't. I mean, your hair is kind of longish, but it's not as long as my hair. But no, I like part my hair to like keep my ears clear for the headphones. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, usually when my hair was like a little bit longer than this, I usually just put it behind my ears.
There we go. Okay. I think that should fix the echo.
I don't hear myself anymore, so I think we might be good.
Yeah. Then.
Anybody else? Confirmation?
I think maybe this level is kind of high. Okay. Okay, cool. Maybe. And then adjust.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to like having my camera to the side. Oh, thank you, Bert. I got it from Vans. But yeah, this is the prototype. It came out really cool.
Doesn't want to focus.
Oh my gosh.
The camera's just fighting you.
It literally is. Focus. There you go. Okay, I think it's working. I'm gonna have to talk to Chewy again because when I first set up my camera, Chewy's the one who helped me like set up all the settings.
There it goes.
Okay, we're back. But yeah, it's really cool. The quality of this print though, from because you said this was from JLC PCB.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like 3D print standards are way better now than they used to be.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's pretty good for $30 or so.
Yeah, like if you're just trying to proto like fitment and stuff, it's not bad at all, and it looks really sick.
Yeah, so I guess we can start, I guess, by opening. Do you want to do that first? Yeah, we can do that in a minute. We can go through the, I guess, the housings and
Okay.
start doing all that stuff.
So it's these guys.
Yerp. So yeah, this build's gonna be R2 RGB parts.
Hey, Charlie. Oh, so are these the screws?
Yes, there's all the screws and standoffs.
Oh wow,
and
there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. That's what you get with topre.
Oh
Instead of soldering, you get a bunch of screws.
Yeah.
And while it is tempting to use an electric screwdriver, you don't want to.
Oh, I don't got money for that. We're good.
They're very cheap. I mean, they are.
That sounds like big time streamer stuff. I'm baby stream, okay? Alright, so
The issue you'll run into is you can strip the threads from either the plate or the standoffs. And I learned the fun way by stripping standoffs.
The fun way.
Yeah. It worked for a while, and then all in one build, it stripped a bunch of stuff, and I was like, well, I regret my decisions.
Oh no, you're like, how dare you?
So yeah, see if you can. So like I was talking to you earlier about, there's possibly one that has Sharpie on it. You can just dump them out and see if you can find one that looks like it has Sharpie on it. If you don't see it, then I forgot.
The white part or the
clear one.
Okay.
It should be pretty obvious if you find it, but if not, oh well.
It reminds me of Legos.
Kind of. I have a feeling I forgot it because I don't see it on my end, but.
Well, I have a whole other board I could pull.
Yeah, but then you have to take it apart, and that's gonna take a while.
That's true.
Okay.
I don't see one. Which part of the housing would it be on? Decapitated Lego.
So there's like the front you have on right now, like that exact angle. There is.
Oh, I think you showed me the
like a little
model, right?
There's a little notch, and then right above that, there's like a little. It's like a little rough part. I guess you can see it's rough. That part I cut off.
Okay. It's like right here.
Yeah, that little. It's like a little bit wider spot.
Yeah. It's like
there's normally there is a little like spot that sticks out, and then you have to basically take a
this part right here at the bottom.
Yeah, that part right there. And what you normally do to remove those is you get like a pair of flush cutters. You lay the bottom of the flush cutter blades on the housing.
Oh, okay. Because it's normally there's like a little piece that sticks out, right? And you kind of like.
Well, it's easier to do it the other way. So it's like cutting like long ways the other way.
This way?
Yeah.
Oh.
You basically just lay them flat against the housing, and then you just snip it. And it cuts very cleanly.
Oh, okay. Well,
it takes a second.
Yeah. It seems like a very small piece.
Yeah, it's a very small piece, but depending on like orientation, it's helpful on some plates. I don't think with Minne it's as important, but with like OSA and a couple of things I was doing, housing orientation can be important, and removing that little bit helps a lot. Yeah, those little sliders. So I guess the first step will actually be putting the housings into the plate, and then you lube after that.
Okay. So we're using this plate, right?
Yes. Given that I only sent you one wire, we can't call an audible and attempt to salvage this with a spacebar that you actually have?
So the direction is this way.
Yes.
So I would
there
put
is
them in.
countersinks that are on the top of it that make it obvious as well.
That's on. Oh, on here.
Yeah, those will always be on the tops of the plate.
Oh yeah, on the bottom it's just flat.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. Fancy.
And then you always put the housings in from the back.
Okay. So I'll go.
And then you align it so the part that we're demonstrating to cut off is the side that goes towards the little notch in the plate cutout.
Okay. Oh, do they kind of clip in?
Yeah, they have clips on both sides.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Like you kind of have to put a little bit of pressure to get it.
You're deforming it when you push it in. And something
bad?
that I want to no,
I'm like, did I break it?
No, they're designed for it.
Oh, okay.
And something that is noticeable on this is they won't be on the actual production one whenever that happens. Is there's a couple rows that are the notches on the bottom, and then there's some that they're on the top.
Oh yeah,
production
like
they'll all be on the top.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this row is like a mix. So you kind of just align that part. So there's like, it seems like there's a flat side.
Yeah, there's a flat side, and then there's a side that has
This is the
sticks
back.
out more.
And then this has the little thing where it got clippy. And that's the side that'll go towards the like little indent in the plate. So here it's on the bottom. Okay.
Yeah, they're unlike normal topre, these are asymmetric housings.
Oh, okay. So normal topre, are they reversible then, or
you can spin them 180 degrees and they look exactly the same.
Oh, okay. So
whereas these
that
do
one
not.
You don't really matter. Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of like that they clip in because I was worried like it would be like I forget what I was doing, but it was those perler beads. I was doing those and they just sit on top of the little grid, but they don't actually like clip in. So I like moved the table and it just went like dramatically, just everything went everywhere.
Yeah, that does not sound fun at all.
Yeah. So I'm like, I like that these clip into place.
Yeah, they clip in really nicely.
Yeah.
They don't move at all. Which is, I know, a point that some people bring up is that RGB housings suck because they rattle. No, that's just the stock plates sucking.
Oh, so it's more just movement of the housing in the plate rather than
yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And people blame RGB just entirely on it sucking, and it's like, okay. No, but sure.
If you think RGB sucks, this is the call BA is making to fight you.
I also seen a
Make
bunch
sure to comment on his interest.
People hate the stabs and they say they're horrible, and it's like, well, if you learned how to lube, you might know how to improve it.
Dang, get good noob. Dang.
I honestly think it's people who either just regurgitate stuff people say, or they don't know how to do anything, because
no,
you saw my OSA was RGB and it's literally dead silent.
It's really nice.
It has a stab on like what 5-6 stabs.
Yeah, I didn't hear. That's why I didn't realize at first that it was like topre, because I was like, oh, but you can definitely feel the like when the dome like compresses. It's pretty interesting. I like it.
I feel sorry for you, Turtle Cat.
I know. That sounds terrible.
Oh no. At least they tried.
You know what I did it with though? That was like, it made me so sad. I made this perler bead, and it's like the smaller version, the smaller ones. I made a bookmark.
Smaller ones?
Yeah, so like the normal perler beads are like this size. There's like a mini one, and I used it to make a bookmark because I was like, if I use this size bead, this thing's gonna be huge. So I used
horrible for bookmark.
So I got through like up to about here, and I hit the thing, and they all went flying. And so I had to redo the whole thing. It was the saddest thing ever. But I got better at it the second time, but still. Yeah, they're very small, so you have to be really precise, but I think it came out nice, and the proportions are good for my book. But
I've only seen the big ones.
I'm reading this book, Parable of the Sower. And then I just started, and I finished part 1 of this other book.
Well, you set the perler beads with heat, though, so I wonder if that would be bad.
Yeah, you like you like iron it, so the one side kind of like melts together. I started this book series. It's a graphic novels written by John Lewis, called March. It's a 3-part series, but it's about like his life in like the how protesting in the civil rights movement. It's very interesting. Cool. Yeah, I love graphic novels, so it was fun to I basically read that whole first one on the plane.
Oh, nice.
So I'm on part 2 now.
You see your time.
I know. I feel like I only really like feel like motivated to read books when I'm like traveling. I don't know if that's anybody else. Or it's like time that I definitely am not on the computer, you know what I mean? Because you don't have the internet.
Yeah. No, it's making me think, because when I flew to Spain, I don't remember what I did to pass the time in a very long flight. I do not remember at all.
I remember the first time I went to Japan, I took my Nintendo DS.
I did not do that, and I sold it by that point, so yeah, I didn't have that. Yeah, I don't remember what I did. So either I slept a lot, or I was just there.
I mean, you can watch movies if they have the in-flight entertainment thing.
They, I think they didn't. Or it was like you had to watch what someone else decided. Like they had like sections of the play kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone had to watch the exact same movie. And you couldn't start from the beginning. You just had to join in with whatever they were.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm good.
When me and my sister went to Japan this last time, they had like you could play your own movies or shows like on your seat, but so we would time it and it would be like 3, 2, 1, press play.
Yeah, I think there was also one of the planes where I think my row was one row that didn't have the screens, so you had to watch the people in front of you.
Oh.
So you got no
You're
audio.
just like eavesdropping on theirs. That's like when the planes where they don't have, and then like somebody has their iPad. Your like eyes are just drawn over to watch the iPad. Alright, we're almost done.
Okay, that's the best part about a 40% for topre is you only have so many little things.
Yeah, building 40s.
Oh, no, not that one.
Not that one? Okay.
Just the spacebar, the center.
Oh, that's right. Because the 10.
Yeah, because this one literally has one switch in the entire bottom.
Alright.
And then...
That's what it look like.
Oh, there we go. Very nice.
That's cool.
And
it does
then,
feel like connects or Legos.
Yeah, when you put the sliders in, it'll look like the little pips on Lego. But we don't do that now. We do that later. Yeah, there's a couple steps. Yeah. Unlike MX, you don't assemble your switches all in one go. So the next step would be the lubed.
Okay.
Of the sliders. The housings, not the sliders.
Oh, okay.
So I guess 3204.
Yep.
And that's just a preference. You can do 205, 204, 203 if you feel like it. I like 204.
Oh, you know what? Let me get my little palette.
Because there's a very small contact patch, so.
Oh, like between the slider and the housing?
Yeah. So you don't need like a crazy amount of lube, but you also don't want like too much lube to the point where it just gets sluggish.
Turning my one light down a little bit. Oh, I forgot my backlight. I keep doing that. It's because it's tortilla season.
It's tortilla season.
Yeah, so when it gets hot, I get rid of my duvet and then I put my tortilla blanket on, and we become burritos for the summer.
I didn't even realize that's what it was. I remember seeing it with like a Winnie picture, but I didn't realize that was sitting behind you right now.
Yeah. That was actually my work like blanket, because sometimes I get cold in the office. And so I would just wrap up like a burrito at work.
Nice.
It was great.
So I guess you want to show, let's see if we could even show it to the camera given they're clear. The housings have 2 rails that you have to lube, and they're at like 45. So they're the 2 of the corners will have rails.
Oh, I see it. It's right here. So there's a rail here. If you look at the rail across that. If you look at this side, there's nothing. But yeah, there's a rail here, and then there's one like across the way from it.
Yeah. When you take them apart, you can see them a lot easier.
Because the stems sit at like a 45 to the housing. So if you think of like your keycap sitting on here, it's the 2 corners. See?
Yeah. Okay. And basically, you just throw some lube on those.
Okay.
You kind of want like a visible amount. You don't want it to be like entirely fill the void, but you want to have at least a slightly visible amount.
Yeah.
But it's pretty easy because this is the only part of the lube. You literally just quickly just run down them. And I find it easier to do like one rail on like the top row, and then
flip
it, and then you do the next one. That way you just have it in one orientation, and you can quickly just move from one to the next.
So you just kind of go inside the. Pretty interesting. So basically, I'm just hitting like right in here in this part. You think that's good enough?
Yeah, that's good. You don't even normally have to do like multiple wipes. You could, if you have enough lube on the brush, you could just do a single wipe and
swoop,
move on.
I think I'm gonna hold probably the board at like an angle so I can see a little better.
Yeah, that's one thing that's the downside with the RGB is given that they're clear, it's a little bit harder to see how much you have on there. Whereas the normal ones are black, so you can kind of see the contrast a little bit more. That's basically the only visual difference.
Is it possible to like overlube the sliders?
Yeah, but it takes quite a bit. Especially given it's 204. If it was 205, you'd probably have to regulate yourself a little bit more.
Yeah.
Which is why I typically go with like 204 or 203 for lube on switches, just because it's a little more forgiving. You can put more and it not be a bad thing.
Yeah. This fan's hitting me in my hair. But I like
just
it.
trying to give you a
I got
haircut.
this on Amazon. It's great.
I've always seen them, and I've never.
It also has RGBs. Look at this.
It has.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's different colors. I don't know if there's one where it like changes, but oh, it does.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on.
That is
Come
unique.
on, streamers, get on my level. It's staring at me. Look into the fan's eyes. You can't really see it from there.
Yeah, it kind of.
It's like too blown out.
That's good.
Yeah.
Those are a lot brighter than I was expecting.
Right? They're really cool. I should just leave them in the background and just have them point at my face. And that'll be my RGB for the stream.
Oh god, that looks like a creepy face now with RGB.
And there's different like levels too. Wait, this is amazing. Hold on.
It's actually kind of cool.
Can you hear that? Oh, it's having a hard time picking up air because it's like touching. Oh, dude, it's actually working.
I like how you're using the Stirka as a fan stand now.
It's a fan mount.
It's an expensive fan.
It's working for me. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but
I can only hear my fans. I have no idea.
RG Baywatch. Yeah. Well, it's working extremely well, and I'm very happy with it. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
We can see it in your hair by how well it's moving air.
Yeah, somebody called this like the Beyonce something. I was like, because it like fans you, like wherever you're at.
I feel like that would be the perfect like fan. Just walk around like Japan at night and just make people stare at you. Like, what in the world are you doing?
Well,
I'm
in
cool.
Summertime you would need something like this because it gets freaking hot over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the clear housings make it a little trickier to.
Yeah, that's generally why you just put like X amount on the brush, just swipe it on there, and just trust your trust that it came off the brush.
Yeah, it's more just like being sure that making sure I hit all of them.
Yeah, that's the other issue I was running into is like you can't feel it out as easily because you're kind of just putting it into like the void and hoping you hit it all.
Yeah. This is way simpler than MX, which is what the heck.
Yeah, it's like you're almost halfway done and it's been a couple minutes. I think it took you longer to get your fan set up than it will to actually lube.
Probably.
Well, that's the best part about it. It's a simple, you could do it all in one go. You don't have to prepare months in advance.
Yeah, like it takes me a solid couple hours to loop switches. I get distracted.
It costs me money because I do not like doing it.
Well, I found a local friend who does it now, so it'll cost me money. But
my friend that does it is Patty.
Oh my gosh, flexing on all of us. Things.
I mean, before she was a big streamer, I started giving her switches when it was just, I guess you don't know. Do you know who TKO is?
I know that she said she knew you. Like,
yeah, there's a guy on the Texas server whose name is TKO, and it was basically, she was just his friend at that time. It was just like she was looking to get started. It was like she does lube services, and I was like, sounds good.
You're like, yes, please, thank you.
Like, here's some money and switches. Have fun. Now she's a big streamer, hanging out with Glarses.
It's super nice.
I get to see her on Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew something told me I should have brought my work laptop, but then I was like, what if it gets damaged?
You had an opportunity, and sadly, made the right decision. Anybody in chat got some topre questions as we watch her lube?
This is very exciting. I'm like, do you have, I guess, the history of topre, was it like exclusively HHKB before, or like, because I feel like they're connected somehow, but I don't really know.
HHKB was after.
Okay.
So it was just topre, then they made the HHKB.
So topre is the manufacturer?
So, yes. So topre, what I actually learned more recently is topre, keyboards is a very small part of their business.
Mm-hmm.
What they actually are is a like a refrigerator company.
Oh,
In
is that
Japan,
why they have like the igloo?
Yeah, and yeah, air conditioning. Yeah, they do. That's why, like, if you use like the cold top logo, have you ever seen that one with a little Eskimo on it?
Oh, the Inuit and like
Yeah,
the igloo.
yeah. If you've ever seen that logo, that's their actual logo. That's representing what they actually do, and then keyboards is like a side hustle kind of thing.
Bro, how
But
random.
it's a pretty big side hustle.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know why they ended up getting into both. It's interesting, but
yeah,
they did.
they diversified. Maybe there's some air conditioner out there that has like a little keypad on the side.
I like the choice of options, Doubleday. You went to extremes.
Insert many Japanese.
Big rockets. Okay, the second one was not what I was expecting.
I was expecting from Double D.
Yeah, but it's an interesting concept that that's like the norm is just kind of just getting into random, very different industries. Whereas like the norm everywhere else is kind of like you slowly move. Like you start in one industry, you slowly move to an adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep expanding from there rather than I make keyboards now, but I mainly make AC and refrigeration stuff. It's like, how did you get that idea?
Feeling they wanted a side hustle. Okay, let me double check I hit all of them. Hard to tell, I'm kind of like just rotating it. You can kind of tell. Look at her. You can't really tell, but there's lube
No.
in the corners.
And we'll finish the lubing of the stab later.
Okay.
Just because it's a little bit easier.
Let me put this over here. Alright. I'm ready. They are about dynasties culturally.
Yeah, I guess it's a good way to diversify so you have influence in multiple locations.
Mm.
And then you don't always put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah. Okay.
Or multiple adjacent baskets.
You got the chicken coop and then like the goats in the other side.
Mm-hmm. And then you have like some random like machine shop in the other corner. It's like, why is that here? It's like, just in case.
Okay, so next steps. What do I do?
The next step is setting it on fire. So the next step will be the silencing rings on the sliders.
Was that the thing?
Yes. So there's multiple sets of things in there, and I'll kind of explain it when you pull it out. So you'll see that there's there's also one loose ring in there, so be careful.
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
And then those little pads right there are for the RGB stabilizers, because the sliders, the inserts slightly go below the housing, and they can tap on the PCB.
Oh, okay. So this is kind of like the PCB, like the foams for stabs type of thing.
Basically like the Band-Aid mod kind of equivalent. So we'll do that later.
So these
and
are
then
the ring?
Yes, and one thing that's different about these, you can kind of see, is there's like a flat bottom.
Yeah, I saw that.
And that's because of the RGB.
This side.
There's a little bit of protrusion inside the housing, and they have to cut the ring to fit.
Okay. So there's a direction they go.
Yes, there is. Okay. They are directional. The flat side goes towards the notch.
Okay. And then do you put these in the housing or on the
slider? On the slider.
Okay.
So technically the slider is not directional, but it's kind of nicer to have them all face the same direction just because it looks nicer.
Okay. I noticed there's like a tiny notch on the one side.
Yeah, so that's what keeps the sliders in the housings. So if you just
so they don't like drop out.
Yeah. That's one thing that Topre loves is, but don't put it in just yet. But I was gonna, they love to have little clips that make things stay, because like the stabilizers are stuck together. Like if you can't really take them apart without breaking them.
Because it's on the side, right?
Yeah, so you have to lube the slider inside the housing.
Ooh.
It's a little bit funky. But for this, we could do the little notch, I guess, away from the other notch. So the notch on the slider facing away from the notch on the housing.
Oh, okay. So for this one, it would be like this.
Yes. Okay. And that it's not like it's important. It just makes them all look pretty.
Makes a uniform. Okay. So yeah. So talking about like this little notch here will be away from this bit on the housing. Okay.
Yeah. Because you can do it the other way. They're very symmetrical.
Nothing bad will happen.
Yeah, it doesn't hit if you go either direction.
Okay. And then for these thingies, you put them on the stem?
The slider.
The slider.
Basically, you just grab the little outside of that, and you have to kind of like peel it around, because there's a little bit of there's a circle on the inside that just is waste material.
We got this.
And then yeah.
Does it matter shiny side down or? Okay.
It does matter. I find it easier to like hook it around the little hook there, and then pull it over.
Like that?
Yep, like exactly like that.
Oh yeah. So I have the flat side towards the notch.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you can do it either way. It's just your choice. Oh,
back.
And it advantaged. Well, that's the end of the stream.
I didn't hear it fall down though. That's why I'm like, where'd it go?
I think it fell off camera, so we don't know either.
Oh. I think it might have fell behind. No. Don't worry, I will find it. Okay, so the scheme. Did it go behind here? No. It doesn't help that my
Your desk
mat is very like busy, so everything blends in. Wait, did it fall down? Even with the rest of them?
Man, it really left.
I'm gonna come back to that one.
Yeah, we can't finish the build without him, so...
Yeah. We're just gonna keep moving. Hopefully clear off my desk some more. Because it's definitely here. It's just where. Because there's not really anywhere it could have gone. We'll come back to this. I'm like, it's somewhere behind one of these things. I just look. I know this always happens to me. I drop one, and then I'm like, ugh.
I should have sent you extras.
Yeah, we'll find it. I just think once I clean this up a little, it'll make it easier to find.
But yeah, the choice of desk mat is entertaining as well.
I was like, dang it.
Choose the one desk mat that makes it very hard to see
it
things.
It yeeted itself somewhere. But
and then once you have the ring on it, then you can carefully install it, because the ring likes to fall off when you like put the slider down. And you just have to make sure that the notch is lined up with the
I see what you mean. It does want to fall off. Oh, okay, and it's gonna be hard because I need to keep this flat on the ground.
Yeah, and you just push it in. If it's not perfectly aligned, you just push the slider in, and if you like push it from below a couple times, it'll
there it goes.
Kind of orientate itself a little bit.
Okay. And I think the flat part of the ring is meant to face.
Yes, these are the Deskeys silencer rings. These are the number 3, I believe.
I think I see in the housing where there's a flat bit. So the silencing part of it is just keeping the slider from hitting the top of the housing.
Yes.
As it travels back up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's what it looks like installed. And I think the flat part of the ring is meant to be on this side because there's this little like bit over here.
Yeah, the RGB light pipe.
Yeah.
It's made for like redirecting the RGB LED light.
Oh. Me not knowing what the RGB port was for. I was like,
yeah.
hmm?
It takes into like, so it uses the internal reflections of the plastic
Mm-hmm.
to like direct it, so the angles matter of how it does it.
Oh,
So
interesting.
it's like reflecting inside the plastic to direct it.
Huh.
Light pipes are very common. Like if you have like if you can't directly see the LED, like the actual physical LED, generally you're most likely looking at a light pipe that directs it from a different location.
Oh, it's kind of like acts like a mirror.
Yeah. So like a router or like a modem, whatever you want to call them. Like the little status lights, those use light pipes.
Oh.
So the LEDs are in a different location than where you're actually seeing them at the final part.
That's cool. Is there any Oh, let me show this again. There's the ring sitting on the stem. Look how cute. Is there any like keyboards that take advantage of that type of thing? The light pipe? All I've seen so far is like diffusers.
I think I'm trying to think like some of the ones that have like the top light bars, those some of them kind of do. Some of them they just put like a diffusion layer kind of thing, like as you mentioned, rather than actually like directing light.
Same principle behind fiber optic. Oh.
Yeah. Total internal reflections is what it's called. So it's basically you just keep the angle of it hits the sides will always reflect inside rather than escaping, basically. And it's basically like very shallow angles. The larger the angle, the more likely it is to just leave than it actually is to be redirected.
Huh. I think Primalix has light pipes. They're little plastic bitties, but you'd be able to see the LEDs if they weren't there. Huh.
Yeah, on the SP111 round 2, I was basically... I mean, if it's still technically a light pipe, even if it's a straight shot, it just means it's just not taking into effect like a redirect. It's just doing... Like, it's just moving it into a different location. And
it's just going like a straight line kind of a thing.
That's how I did it with the SP111 round 2. They're just basically cylinders, but they're still redirecting it from an LED that's on the bottom of the PCB to all the way to the top. It also helps it kind of be more even. Yeah, this part's the slow part. Lubing fast, this slow. Which is funny, because normally it's the opposite.
Yeah, but I kind of don't mind this too much.
Yeah, I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
And at least with RGB, you can actually see inside.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas with normal, it's
it's like completely
black housing, so the rings kind of disappear in there.
Oh no.
But they also don't have an orientation, so you just slap them in.
To worry about
it's harder to tell if it's in there.
Yeah.
Because everything's just black, and it's like, I don't know anymore.
They're like, I hope it's working.
Part you're gonna love a lot is the domes.
Yeah. Thank you for following, Mooser. What's up? Today we're working on topre. Topre. This is a very interesting process. Up to this point, have there been any other like topre like customs, or it's all just been like them manufacturing?
So up until this year,
Rochelle! Hi, Rochelle.
There has not been full customs, meaning that there was some still they're using like a stock PCB.
Oh, it's just like a different case.
Yeah, basically it was like a replacement case. I mean, there's been things like the what is it called?
Is it like the Norba Force type of stuff?
Yeah, like those things. Those still use, especially like Norbauer stuff. They use like stock plate, stock PCB.
Yeah.
You just put it in a different case. Then there's things like the I'm not sure how you're supposed to say it. It's the Evia, whatever. From I forgot his name.
I don't know.
It escaped my mind, but he's done. I think he did the group buy recently, like within the past like month. That one uses a replacement plate, and the only thing it uses, I think, is stock PCB. So that's as far as it's really gone. Besides, Deskeys recently released like PCBs for matrix boards.
Oh, okay. So
you can make them. Yeah. So those were like I guess like the quote first, but you also had to own a matrix specifically.
Yeah, you have to like kind of have another board in order to make it work.
That market, I guess, is really limited.
Yeah, I can imagine. Rochelle, today we're working on a different type of keyboard. It's called topre. So rather than using like the normal like MX style switches that we typically use, this one has its own thing. So I'm learning how to do this. I'm learning along with all of you because I've never done it before. And shout out to Blind Assassin for helping me and giving me the opportunity. No, we're getting hacked by Rufio. How dare you? Okay. We're good. I saved us.
Rufio trying to steal the keyboard while we're not looking.
Rufio's just a hacker. He can't. It's in his nature to hack my stream.
Yeah, Rochelle, it's quite different than you would normally be used to if you've never seen these type. It's this is basically like the internals of how they work. It's interesting.
Because a normal MX switch like
is fully contained within itself. Yeah.
But these
these are not.
Yeah, and you'll see when we get to the PCB too how different it is. I think that's really where you are like, dang, that's crazy.
It just looks like Pokeballs, though.
Yeah, it does.
That's what everyone says when they first saw it. Which is like, oh, look at the Pokeballs.
Pokemon.
There's different footprints you can technically use. You don't have to use the exact ones I did, but also they look like Pokeballs. So obviously you're wrong if you're not using Pokeballs.
I think I dropped a ring.
Oh no. That's really gonna be hard to find.
Dang! Hold on. This is why we have the flashlight on my phone.
Yeah, I have a really bright flashlight on my desk
Oh, here you go. I found it.
at all times.
Yeah!
Sadly, your phone's not helping you find the one slider that...
I know! Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna find it. I'm going to rip apart this desk. I have a feeling it's like either back here or
I'm pretty sure it fell forward, like towards you.
Okay. Oh, towards me?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's probably on the floor. I just gotta look a little
Maybe it's
closer.
in the wheel of your chair.
No. My chair is not that fancy. It can't do off-roading like that.
I mean, mine can't either, but sometimes I get the cat's little mice toys caught up in the wheels.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, mine's not like that. Don't worry. Fight it with my leg. Yeah, if it was in my wheel, I would feel it. Like, it can't roll over like anything. This is my chair is weak. Yeah. I don't have the off-roading, the tires.
Yeah, you didn't upgrade to the off-roading package.
I know some people will change out the wheels on their chair for like roller skate wheels or like rollerblading wheels.
Yeah, that's actually a common thing from the manufacturer for like higher-end chairs.
I want to say that Static did that recently.
I don't need those because I just have carpet. So don't need anything special.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting a new chair, like a gamer chair.
But then you lose all ergonomics.
That's true. My chair has those ABEX 7 bearings and the wheels.
We zoom into the kitchen. Whew. Yeah, you don't know this, but I went through a long a phase of just buying a shit ton of chairs.
What?
Like I bought multiple what's the company called? I can't remember now. Who makes that? No. Herman Miller.
Oh, yeah.
I bought one of their chairs.
Knows.
I bought their like the Logitech one just because it was black and blue.
It's like the one with the tall back, the like.
Yeah, well, it's actually a fairly short back.
Or something.
Yeah, the embody. It's actually pretty short. It's only like slightly above mid back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not tall at all. I hated it, so I returned that. I've returned like multiple chairs. It took me a while.
Bougie.
I don't know. I did not like the embody because the way it has like the recline that makes the base recline at a much different angle, and I found it just took it was exhausting to sit in if you wanted to lean at all. Sometimes I'm just sitting at my chair and I like to lean a little bit. And you basically have to force your body to sit in that position, so you're using your muscles constantly.
Dang it, these rings.
Rather than being able to relax.
Yeah.
And
I don't like
I don't want to do that.
I don't like leaning back. Like I'm very much a upright sitter. Like even in the car. I dropped the ring again, but it hit me on the shirt. I hit my microphone.
But technically, you're supposed to even in the car. You're not supposed to be sitting straight. You're actually supposed to be slightly reclined.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually safer and better for you.
Where the heck did it go? Did it fall in the desk?
The world may never know.
I know, really.
It's probably hanging out with the other slider, and no one knows what that is.
The Twilight Zone. Did it go on my foot? Okay, we'll add that to the count of things to look for.
If I knew you were gonna drop this many things, I would have sent more extra.
Have you watched my stream?
Yes, but I don't remember you dropping this many things.
Oh, I remember. I remember.
Maybe I just somehow zone out right when that happens.
I think because I won't say anything, I'll just like.
It's just gone now.
I'll just be like, just slowly go under the desk. Or I catch it like between my legs before it hits the ground.
Yeah, right now I don't even know how much this chair was. It was not cheap, but it's cheaper than a Herman Miller. And it's not that bad. I mean, it has like basically all the same adjustments, but it's just noisy as hell.
Yeah, I have the Aeron chair, but I bought it like not from the company. Like I got it on OfferUp from this dude. I think it was like right after the lockdowns had started. So like offices were selling off their chairs and like office furniture. And I got it from one of those people.
Yeah, I don't remember what the brand on this one is at all.
I think I want to say Chewy has autonomous.
I remember there was one that I wanted to avoid because the angle of the seat was actually forward for some reason. Like it leans you forward.
Tell me which one that is. That's
well, but it basically is making you try to like slide out of the chair constantly, though.
I need that. I haven't found the straight one, Switch Doctor, but it's on my list of things to find on the ground. Worst case scenario, I have a board behind me I can steal parts from, so.
And the embody is kind of eh.
My only complaint with Aeron is like, I think the depth of the seat. I don't know if that makes sense. When you got a big booty, like there's a gap between your butt and the chair back. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I have this little cushion. Because otherwise it feels like I'm sitting like I'm like laying backwards.
Yeah, finding the right chair is always hard.
Yeah. So, you know, for those of us with fat butt disease, there's different things we're looking for. Exactly, Double Day. Oh, but I can show you the board I bought. This has been sitting in my closet for a minute. So this is the board I'll be using to harvest switches from for the OSA V2 and the Minne.
Whenever that happens.
It's a full size, so like there's a buttload of switches. But yeah, this was the board that these ones came from, right? Yes. Or like a similar board?
Yeah, I got the TKL technically, but...
Oh, okay. So there's one that has no numpad. Mm-hmm. Moment of silence for the donor.
It had a good life. It has a pampered life in a perfect box. We'll just slaughter it later.
Right, okay? Look how shiny this box is. Like, come on. But yeah, you can see here like how it's a capacitive T-switch, so see how all the like parts sit together. That's what we're doing right now. Oh my god. But on the back, full N key rollover. No matter how fast you are, you'll never miss. Yeah.
Oh, and Rochelle, the chair I have, funny enough, they supply it with 2 different gas cylinders for different ranges of height. I think it supports people up to like 6'7".
Wow.
because they have like a super tall cylinder, and then they have like a normal people cylinder.
Wait, what chair is that one you said?
I have no idea what it's called.
Oh, you
Like
don't remember it?
it's not like a brand you're just gonna know the name of.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Chewy has the autonomous ergo chair or whatever it's called. I'm
gonna be right back. I need to feed the one kitty that's stuck in my room.
They're yelling. Ah. Oh, it messed up your back? Oh no. My problem is chairs are too big for me, so if I sit all the way back, it cuts off circulation to your knees. Oh. Yeah, I'm the opposite. I need the deeper depth or whatever. Because I'm friggin' tall. Also, thank you for following. No thanks, Dad. Thank you. Hello. So now that BA's not here, we can talk trash. What you guys want to talk about? Oh, also for those who wanted stickers, I have them all in envelopes. I just gotta mail them out tomorrow. Trash. Oh, we could talk about our favorite show, The Bachelorettes, which I guess is plural this season. So Gabby and Rachel are on the journey to find love. That BA, his designs are real. Nice. This is so funny. It's funny because I think I got put onto the Blind Assassin board pipeline because I'm friends with Chewy. Because, yeah, like, almost all of my metal keyboards are Blind Assassin boards. I just realized this the other day. But yeah, we can, fight over Smolka's Cujo. Let me know when you want to hang out. I'm pretty busy this week, but next week I'm free. So holla at me. Let's fight! Yeah, I was fighting this dude. Dasherby, I think is his username. Very nice. He was swole though. I was scared. I was like, am I gonna win this fight? But he is very nice, so it worked out. Also, Davis got a Smolka too. He's so funny. Oh, you guys want to hear a crazy story that happened in Texas? This is the wildest coincidence of all time. I need a baby Stirka. So Davis hasn't built her Smolka yet, but I'm trying to convince her to do it on stream. She got a really nice one. The color is like a blue color. Okay, this is the craziest thing that ever happened in my life. So I went to Houston over the weekend to visit BA and also to go to like a small Houston meetup. And Davis drove down from Dallas because she knew I was gonna be in town. So we were hanging out and we're like, hey, let's go to the mall. Because I can get a discount at this one store, right? So we go to the store and Davis's wife and her friend had gone ahead of us to the store. And they were like, they had been getting helped by this guy. So we show up later and the guy, he like looks at us and he goes, you're Davis. pointing to Davis, and he's like, "You're Davis's wife," pointing to Tia, and we both were like, "What?" And he's like, "And you're Keep Noob. I watched your stream," and we're like, "What?" We're like freaking out. And turns out this guy, he was very active in the 3D Keeps Discord, and he recognized Davis's voice and was like, "Look at you." It was like, ah. It was crazy. It was so wild. And we were like, what are the odds, right? Like, we go to this one store in this city that neither of us live in, and we meet this person we've talked to multiple times on Discord. Like, it was wild. It was so crazy. But yeah, small world, huh?
Mm-hmm. It would have been funny if I was there, because I'd be the one person he would not recognize. Like, who's that idiot? Oh, yeah.
He looks kind of assassin-like.
Well, if I had gone with y'all, I would have had my logo shirt, though.
Oh, that's true.
So as long as he looked at my shirt, he'd be like, "Oh, I can recognize that logo, maybe, possibly."
Bruh. Merch. When's the Blind Assassin topre t-shirt collection dropping?
Never. People, I did a poll like a year or so ago. Like, what if I did shirts? Would y'all buy them? And everyone was like, "No." Like, okay.
How rude!
Never mind. I give up.
Oh my god! Wait, that is okay.
It was a very, very simple shirt. It wasn't like it was over the top. It was literally just the logo on a shirt, so it was classy. But apparently nobody wanted it, so I was like, "Oh,
that is rude." Well, if you do have a shirt, let me know. I will use my limited reach to advertise. That's rude. I'd be mad. I'd be like, okay, y'all are banned from my Discord.
Well, when it's everybody, it's like, oh, never mind.
You're banned now. See ya.
Yeah. I'm okay with it never happening.
No thanks, Dad. It says I'm the puzzle queen because I solved a puzzle today.
Well, I should be solving a puzzle at this moment. And just
Rochelle knows. I'm trying to improve my business skills. But yeah, I solved a puzzle today, and I'm really happy.
I like how he accidentally said SA assassin noises, and it's confusing when you only read that. It's like, what? Oh, sad assassin noises. Like, why? How am I a key set? Like, oh. So what type of puzzle was it?
There we go. Oh, it was on the WinKeys server. So some people do the sometimes they'll put together like to get in on like artisan commissions. They'll have like little contests, or like if you solve the puzzle then you can get in. I just like solving puzzles, so I was like, yes please send me. Here's the answer, I think. Okay. It's true. I did solve it. Yeah, it was like I saw it about like an hour before stream, and I was about to eat my burrito, and I was like, "Ooh, this will be fun to do." But yeah, it's one of those. I do a lot of Sudoku and like the nonograms, like puzzles. So it was kind of similar to those ones. I've done that style of puzzle before. But yeah, it's like a logic puzzle.
Turtle Cat, I do.
I do not. I feel like I don't have very good like spatial awareness. Obviously. Like I have a hard time visualizing in 3 dimensions.
You had a phase. It's not a phase. It eventually comes back. Trust me. I started doing
lifestyle.
I started doing Rubik's Cubes like in middle school. Did it throughout high school, and then stopped in college. just because doing engineering stuff, it didn't have time to also think about Rubik's Cube at the same time. And then, like last year, I got back into it.
I never was very good at those, but I also I don't think anyone ever explained how to do them.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
I would just randomly try and finish it.
And Turtle Cat, I've actually helped run a competition. It was like I don't know how many years ago. It was probably like a decade ago. Whew.
Dang.
Makes me feel old just saying, "Oh yeah, I did something like a decade ago."
Right? I know. It's been like 12 years since I was living in Japan. And I'm like, what have I done in the last 12 years?
If you competed in 2011, 2012, that was about the time frame. Because I was there for a couple there was a couple world records at the competition.
Oh, dang.
One of them was kind of like a fake world record, just because it was Turtle Cat might know the word, but you're gonna be confused. It's called a skewb.
A skew?
Yeah, that's what they're called, and it was the first U.S.
Thank you,
competition.
Rochelle.
It was the first U.S. competition where it was an official puzzle. So technically, the first solve that was done was technically a world record.
It's like I got first place, but only one person competed.
Yeah, kind of thing. But there was also another competition, like I think in some other European country at the same time. So they were like checking their results to see if
okay.
it was an official world record or if it was just like a U.S. record. But they actually managed to get a world record.
That's crazy.
Which was fun. Ah, okay. Yeah, I did one in Houston, Turtle Cat.
Turtle Cat. Yeah, it's a cat named Turtle.
I have a ton of cubes near me right now.
What's your favorite one?
Don't really have a favorite, but yeah.
Is that a thing? Like, do people have ones they prefer?
I mean, some people have there's some that people like it's your favorite one to solve, just because it's just your preferred one. Just depends. I typically go with a little bit larger than 3x3, which is like the normal one you think of. Typically I have like either like a 6x6 or like 8x8 or 11x11.
11x11? I don't know why. Can you stream that? Rubik's Cube one day?
That would be kind of like a very boring thing.
No, it would be very entertaining.
The Megaminx Turtle Cat.
Struggling.
The reason why I like the even number ones is because
see you later, Rochelle.
You get the parity and it's kind of fun to do. Yeah, I also have a Gigaminx, if you know what that is, but I know no one else does besides Turtle Cat, probably. Gigaminx is wild. Oh, I also have one that. Oh, yeah. If I ever showed you what it was, you would just be like, I give up on life.
The Ultra Minx? No, I like this tangent. It's interesting.
It's called a Bauhinia dodecahedron. Yep.
I'm like,
I will send you a picture real quick.
I've seen really big ones before where like the cube part is very tiny. But I don't understand how they like turn.
Okay. Here you go. It's in your PMs. You can see what the craziness looks like.
Oh, what is that?
It's very hard. I've never solved it.
Did I show them?
Yeah.
This thing looks crazy.
I almost solved one once.
Look at that. So, how does it rotate? It looks like
it
stars.
rotates about the corners.
Oh.
But it also
That should be illegal.
Yeah, it shapeshifts. So it doesn't stay a dodecahedron.
Because yeah,
that's what
like
you're seeing now. Is
almost
it's not
a star, but then there's like this part. It looks like there's a star, but then it like flips here.
Yeah, it's
like a stained glass window. That's a good descriptor. It's crazy.
It's crazy. That's why I've never solved it.
That's the new challenge. You gotta solve
Megaminx is easy. Gigaminx is surprisingly quite hard in comparison, just because it takes forever.
The Gigaminx.
Yeah, cubes are fun.
Yeah, they look fun. I just don't think my brain is smart enough for that. We're getting closer. I had a human teach me a 3x3. I think that's why I got into it. And then YouTube for the rest. I was like, which human? You mean like in person?
What human teach me? Oh, I learned by YouTube videos because, funny enough, I originally bought a Rubik's Cube, and I think it was like 6th or 7th grade, and at that point the instructions that came with the Rubik's Cube were wrong. They had a misprint. So what they told you could do was not a solution.
Oh no.
You would try it and you get near the end and you're like, why doesn't this work? Like, this is ridiculous. It does the exact opposite of what you'd want to do.
Oh no.
So it was fun finding out that there was a misprint and then having to just be like, well, screw it, I'm going to go to YouTube now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've done a lot of things with cubes. Also, when I was in high school, I liked a thing called cuboids, which a cube is obviously, it's a cube. All sides are equal. A cuboid is like a rectangular prism, so they're not equal. So it'd be like a 3x3x4, or
okay.
So they're different dimensions. Or a really crazy one, a 2x3x4. So all sides are different.
Charles. He asked, how did you make the transition from cubes to rectangles?
Relearning a lot, because you don't do the same things at all. Yeah.
Ooh, Rufio in Blender?
Currently, no thanks, Dad, yes. Yeah, Siamese cubes are weird. I don't... Yeah. I love just having a conversation that most people are like,
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
One day, next time I see you in the year 2030, I can show you the cubes.
Okay.
Or I can do a stream and that no one will watch.
No, I will watch, and Winnie will watch. That's 2 viewers already.
Yeah, there's still some cubes in my closet that I was trying to make some cuboids, and I started the process in high school, and they sat for over a decade, unfinished. Yeah, cubes are fun. Oh, I guess I have the
bring my tiny
smallest
cube to St.
mass-produced one.
Okay, it's like a signal. It's like the bat signal for Rubik's Cube people.
Where is this thing? Where's my baby cube? Oh, I'll just Google it. Probably faster to find a picture on Google.
Died.
But it's really tiny. And it turns. It's hilarious.
My fan ran out of power. But joke's on it. People.
How dare it run out of power?
How dare you?
Okay.
Because it's really hot. Now that the fan turned off, I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, I'm gonna get my AC set up tonight because we've hit that time of year. Also, how can I stream without RGBs? Come on. Amazing. I thought this would be a good travel fan, but it's turned into my stream fan.
I almost sent the wrong person the link. That would have been really awkward.
They're like, okay.
Just like, what is this?
Oh, okay, that's the smallest?
It's not the world record, but it's the smallest mass production one.
Look at that. It's on top of a pencil. What? So this is a pencil.
I think I've solved it. I don't remember if I solved it or if I just turned it and put it back in the packaging.
Are you really a gamer if your fan doesn't have RGB? Well, they put 3 in a spoon. What kind of spoon is this? Look. So
I mean, the only one that's smaller than this is the one you have to 3D print that's actually the world record.
Oh, wow. No, my fan
turned off. I doubt you have a smaller one, Turtle Cat. Unless you made your own.
We'll let it charge.
Oh, okay. I think I misunderstood what your wording was.
Ooh, Turtle Cat, are you going to the Cannon Keys meetup? I think you're on that side of the earth.
You can be sad like me, Turtle Cat.
Ah, Sage. Well, one day we will hang out. Because I go to the East Coast at least once a year.
I've never been.
Well, I'll be in Philly for like one night. Yes. I'll be there on...
Like on next day, I was just like,
my brother lives in Philly, so I'm actually flying to DC I'll get there on the 18th. So I'm meeting up with Charles and Panda. And then I'll get to Philly like the evening of the 18th, and then I'll leave on the 19th to take the train up to go to what is it called? Rhode Island. Somebody's eavesdropping. Right? I know, like I can't believe this. It's already August this month. Yeah, that's the plan, is to go see Gnarly Charlie. Oh, Sage. Well, I'll be back there. I go at least once a year, so don't worry. We'll kick it. But yeah, I'll be up in Rhode Island. Everyone does. Yeah. If you didn't know, Gnarly Charlie makes some gnarly wieners.
He should just rename himself to Gnarly Wieners for you.
Yeah. But I'm excited to get to ride the Amtrak. I really enjoy riding Amtrak.
I've never been on one of those before.
Yeah, I rode it cross country like 3 times now. Huh?
Yeah, I've never been on a train.
Yeah, you should take the Amtrak sometime. It's fun. It's
That
slow, but at least the ones on the western side of the U.S. But
I feel like the trains in Japan would be fun just because they're ridiculously.
The Shinkansen is really fast.
I would also be just scared, probably, just like this train's going way too fast.
I feel like once you're on the train, though, it doesn't feel like it. But
yeah, because I mean, at that point, you're just going the same speed, so you don't really feel anything. But it's just weird. This train is going well beyond what I'd feel safe in on a car.
Yeah. I have one more of these little rings.
You should have enough. I counted.
I know I dropped at least one.
If I miscounted, I'm gonna be sad.
It might be stuck on the back of something. Wait a minute. Did you give me an extra slider? Because there's 4 sliders here. Wait, was that the missing one? Wait a minute. Rewind the tapes.
Wait, did you randomly find the missing one by accident?
Yes, because it had the ring on it already, and it was sitting over here, and I was like, what? Wait, did I? What's
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure I sent you the exact correct number of every single part.
Yeah, because there's 4. Yeah.
How did you manage to randomly find it? What the hell? Somebody go back and clip it. And
the thing I'm missing is the...
There should be like 2 sheets.
Because I have this full sheet, and then there was the little one.
There should have been 2 big... I thought there was 2 sheets.
I have like this little cut one. I know there's one. I know there's one ring that's on the floor somewhere though, for sure.
How many spots there are on the little thingy on the sheet?
Oh, on this thingy?
Yeah, because there should. I think there's supposed to be like 37.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 30.
30.
It was 36, and then I think there was one extra.
There's one loose, so there's 37. So where did they all go?
Maybe I dropped some more. I want to say that there was... Maybe it's in the bag? Let me look in the bag.
So I'm pretty sure I counted to make sure that I sent you the right stuff. But I can't go back in time to know. Because I think... I know you dropped at least one ring.
Yeah, I know I for sure dropped at least one.
Is there one sitting on the desk mat that's blending in?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Like, well, I guess there has to be like 2 that are missing. That could be on the desk mat. Or 2 on the floor as well.
Oh wait, there's one right here.
Okay. We're getting closer.
So there's for sure one on the ground, and I bet you there's just another one floating on my desk. I'll use my flashlight.
Yeah, because I remember counting just to make sure. So if something's missing, I don't know how.
I know how. It's me! But also this desk mat does not help anything.
Yeah,
although it's very cute.
It looks good, but if you ever need to do anything on it, it is the worst thing in the world.
It's great for hiding dirt, I will say that.
Oh yeah, well,
Although
because
I just
you're
put it
playing
on
Where's
here.
Waldo with dirt.
Okay. It did teleport to gaslight me. Thank you, Turtle. I knew it.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Just randomly, like, wait a second.
It must have been just like sitting under. I'm wondering if it was sitting like under the plate or something.
Like
I don't
just
know.
under the edge.
We're exploring under the desk. Oh,
Welcome
I found one.
Oh, we are okay. So we're one down.
There's one lost underneath. This is how most of my streams go, though. Like, Turtle Cat knows I'm usually running around under my desk.
I guess I just don't remember that where I caught you on times you didn't have to.
That's because I'm a professional.
Or I just happen to always feed the cats at the exact same time you went underneath the desk.
Probably. That's probably.
Switch Doctor, we're looking for the missing silencing ring.
Yeah. There's one. Oh, I found it!
Yes, I was pretty damn sure I counted right.
Found it.
Let it be known, I might be blind, but I can count. Sometimes.
Assassin level strong.
I just forgot the space bars off.
Exactly. Turtle Cat knows. See, this is how I know Turtle Cat is the true homie and connoisseur of keyboards. If you don't have parts on the floor, do you really keyboard, bro?
I mean, if you could see how much stuff I have in my room, you would actually probably be like, what the hell?
Rufio knows. I have keyboard piles of stuff I'm like going through still.
I have like the have you ever seen I'm trying to think of the style. They're typically used like in like kitchens. Like professional kitchens to like store like food and everything.
Oh, like those metal shelves?
Yeah, the big metal shelves. Yeah, yeah. I have a big metal shelf just full of keyboard stuff next to me.
Oh heck yeah.
And then my closet and my garage underneath my bed.
Oh my god.
I have keyboards everywhere.
Yeah, I want to replace this desk here and get like a big shelving thing. I'm torn. I have two separate ideas. My one idea was to move my desk and everything back to how I used to have it, and then get a blackout curtain for that window. Because that was the main issue, was like the sun was always shining in my face. But I need to do some measurements. Because yeah, my room's not very big, so like having a full-size bed in this room limits my options. Which is the other part. I'm like, do I want to switch down to a smaller bed? No, I don't.
No, always the right size bed. Is yours a full or a queen?
The full size.
Okay, so we both have fulls. Yeah, I would not go. I used to have a twin, and then when I moved to an apartment in college, I went to a full, and then yeah, I would never go smaller.
You're like, I can't go back. More bedroom.
More bedroom.
Exactly.
But more bedroom
keyboard
equals
room.
more comfy.
Less bedroom, more keyboard room, more streaming room.
But see, if I didn't have this size bed, my one of my cats, Taco, would then just kick me off the bed entirely. I think at that point.
Taco's like, get the heck out of my bed. Okay, Switch Doctor, what do we call the bed sizes in my native land of Australia?
Yeah, we have entirely different names. Our names are weird.
Oh, that's a good idea. Like a Murphy bed, where it folds up into the wall. But see, Winnie uses the bed all the time, though.
Okay, so this is gonna be...
Switch Doctor's gonna remind you. Cool. Yeah! Wait, single king single? Is that like a twin XL?
I think that's the equivalent of twin XL. Double would be a twin. Then queen and king is normal.
Can we get the quokka size too? That's for babies. Okay, yeah. So ours is twin XL, full, or I've seen double sometimes, and then
I've seen
queen and king.
Oh, and then California king.
Yeah.
Right. I've never seen
California.
A Texas king.
Yeah. You
I've never
haven't
seen
seen
the term
a Texas
single.
king? Are you even from Texas? What is this?
But typically, we don't call them singles. We call them twin.
Texas king is obnoxious.
Hey, don't dare insult me. I have a crown and I'm in Texas, so therefore you just insulted me.
Here, put your logos there. Yeah, I think Texas King, it would be like the full room just covered in a mattress.
Which would be
room for
nice.
everybody. Okay, so next step. We have all the sliders.
Woo!
We have all of the little rings. Okay, let me.
So the next step would be the stabilizer. Oh yeah, there is an Alaskan king.
Oh,
that's right. Yeah, the biggest.
Does it come with a
usable
crab?
Bed. I'm pretty sure you just like jump on it and you're just like, why am I here again?
108 inches by 108. Oh my gosh. That sounds American if I ever heard it.
Yeah. That sounds like you could just roll for days.
Just rolling over and back over. Hey, what's up, Trey Pop? 16 feet. Oh my gosh. Okay.
No, 108 inches is 9 by 9. Because 120 would be 10 feet.
Alright. I got him all. No, you're not. You are smart.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Have an extra 6 feet on each side. I think that would be recommended.
Taking a picture of this for my memories.
I'm actually curious how much that space would take up in my room right now. Tape measure is out.
Oh, that's the recommended room size. They're like, that's funny. I wonder if they were like, if there's like a size of doorway you need to like get it through the door.
Holy. Wow, that is massive.
Alright, so next steps, stabilizer?
If I got rid of my desk and the cat's litter box and my dresser, I might be able to fit that in my room.
Okay.
But then my entire room is bed.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel in this room. Like, even though my bed isn't that big, relative to the room, it feels really big.
Yeah. So, literally a bed room. You basically just roll off the bed into the doorway and just walk out. Oh, but imagine how horrible like underbed storage would be. You can't get to one side. Like if you have a corner,
you put it in like corner, one of those like whaling hooks.
Yes,
like pull it out from underneath.
You couldn't fit underneath there, and you'd be like, "Oh, it's across the entire room. I'm screwed."
Yeah.
So what you have to do is lube the sliders.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Yeah,
Do you prefer...
it takes a bit of work. 205.
205. Okay.
Yeah.
We got that.
So what I like to do is I like to lube the slider on all sides, and the housing on the two like longer sides on the inside.
Okay.
And then you can at least take the wire out. Thankfully, that part's not hard, but that's the most you can take apart.
Okay. Do you want BDZ on the wire or just 205?
You have BDZ,
girl. I am a keyboard strimmer. Okay.
I remember somebody didn't have BDZ, and I was like, oh, I guess just do 205. I don't know what to
You're
do.
like, cringe. Is this a mid-brain keyboard?
No, this is Galaxy Brain.
Galaxy Brain. Oh, these wires are so baby.
Yeah, they're 1 millimeter wires, so they're like the normal ones for MX. I think are a 1.6 millimeter.
Look how thin they are. This the stab housing looks like. So you can see the stem sits to the side a little bit.
Yeah, it's offset, which is weird, but it's a necessity.
But the wire clips in the same way as like a normal MX wire.
Yeah. That's the thing I like about RGB more, is that the stabs are basically MX-like.
Oh, okay, so it's a little easier to work with for...
Yeah, it's what you're kind of used to. You just can't... You just have to lube the stab assembled, basically. But yeah, if you have BDZ, I would like BDZ on the wires, but can you also fill the hole with 205 on the slider?
I got you.
I like them lubed up.
Okay, so
yeah, I hate the normal topre stabs. They are the worst. Which is funny that those people also say that RGB sucks, when in reality, what they like is not really stabilizing anything.
Okay, I have a separate brush for BDZ because it's a little bit...
Oh yeah, I have a separate brush for every single different type of lube. So I have a 203, I have a 204, I have a 205 brush, I have a BDZ brush. It's a little bit extra, but...
I'll probably start by lubing the inside of the housing. This is similar to like an MX stab, it's just the stem stays in place while you're doing it, right?
Yeah, so it's just a little more finicky, but it's just as... It's the exact same process. Nothing wild.
Basically, the goal is to hit the places where two pieces of plastic are making contact.
Yeah, I modeled the stabilizers, and to do that, I had to literally cut one open because because the way they assemble it is it's a press fit from the top, and they have little clips that prevent it from coming out, and the only way to remove it once it's assembled is to break it.
Can't take it out.
They made the clips too aggressive.
So basically, just pulling the stem out and then hitting the inside of the ear. With a little bit of this stuff. 205. And you're saying to plug the butt, kind of a thing? Or
Yeah.
How do you do that with these ones?
I did it. I guess I technically did it with the syringe. So I have a syringe for 205 as well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a syringe, but I can try and get it.
Actually, that'd be kind of awkward to send back with somebody on a plane.
Right?
Just give them a syringe. They'd be like, excuse me, noob. Yeah, you're gonna go to jail now. It's like, damn
it. I've been watching this TSA show, like, just having it on as white noise in the background. It's like, I forget what it's called, like, Last Defense or something, or Border Patrol. There's like a UK, a Canadian, and then an Australian version. There's some of the episodes are like they're like not trying to be hilarious, but they are hilarious. Oh, also, which side does the wire clip in? So you can see the stems are like offset to one side.
Yeah, so they are offset towards the center.
Okay, so then when I clip in this one, it'll go on.
Yeah.
On this side. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, it took a lot of modeling to figure out the exact offset they used, because you basically just have to model it to figure out, what did you do?
Dude, Trey Pop knows the show. It's so, like, funny, like, some of the episodes, like this one, because they also show sometimes, like, people going into the UK from, like, other countries. And I want to say they were in, like, South Africa or something, and the guy like he photoshopped this picture of himself into this other picture to like make it seem like he was in, I forget if he was like in a relationship or something. And it looked like an office, like a like something from The Office, like the way that they like cut the scene. I was laughing so hard. I was like, this is crazy. I'll have to pull up the clip sometime, but yeah, it was amazing. I like the ones though where they don't find anything and they're just like, oh, sorry. That's right.
So far, how are you liking the build process for topre?
Yeah, it's easy. Except I think the not having to solder, I think, is interesting. Definitely beginner friendly, I think. Provided you get the right parts. I think sourcing or knowing which parts to get is probably going to be the most difficult thing for like topre noobs.
Yeah, there's a high learning curve to know what you need.
Yeah, but as far as assembly, it's pretty straightforward, I think. Just drop the wire. What the? Oh yeah, I saw that today, Trey Pop. There was a lot of people that were like, they hid them inside of these giant tires. They were like tires that they were shipping in from France for like agricultural stuff. I got the wire. And there was literally like people just like inside of the tires. It was wild.
I wonder if that's as dangerous as the what they do here in.
Oh, I think so. Because what they were doing was to like, so they have these like CO2 sensors to tell if there's like people inside of the truck, like the back of the truck. And so they would cover their heads with like garbage bags to try and like keep from getting detected. And I'm like, bro, that's so dangerous. Like, yeah,
wow,
it was kind of sad.
Yeah, that's sad.
Because, yeah, like, how long are they sitting in there, you know? And, like, they're all in this cramped space. And then, like, yeah, it's pretty sad.
Yeah, the whole thing is just sad in general.
Yeah. But
to be desperate enough to risk your life like that is just...
Yeah. But the episodes I like are when they, like, bust old people for importing too many cigarettes. Because they're trying to buy like a lifetime supply overseas so they don't have to pay taxes. So I'm just putting BDZ on the wire. These wires are so tiny.
Mm-hmm. That's the one I handmade.
Wow.
Handmade by the assassin himself.
Do people make these, or like you kind of have to just make it yourself? Like,
oh yeah, nobody does. The RGB is the I can't think of the word. It's the stepchild that no one loves. Even though it's objectively better.
Bad for the RGB. I felt like the RGB is pretty accessible. Like, I was able to buy a brand new one from like I think it was Fujitsu's website.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can get them on Amazon for a markup, or you can go to mechanicalkeyboards.com as well.
Yeah, they have them. It was like the same, I think, as the other site I was on.
I just hope that they're available for quite a while, because I know that the R3 keyboards are available in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hope they don't stop making R2, because that means we lose the easy MX support.
Because if you were using the round 1 or round 2 or round 3, like the non-RGB ones, you need like special keycaps, right? Unless you change out the sliders.
Yep. You basically have to use like the stock ones or go to like KBD fans and buy theirs. And they're generally not the best sets. They're kind of like lower quality ones. The stock ones are good, but it's just you don't get layout support. Because like a 7U topre spacebar, like a stock one comes in boards that are like a grand on the aftermarket because they're very rare. Yeah.
Life.
There's the cool layout ones that we would consider normal for MX are surprisingly the ones that are not cheap.
Mm-hmm. So these stabs seem to assemble the same way. You just clip them in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's nothing crazy. If you've done MX, you know what they are like.
Yeah. The main difference is the stem itself is like shifted to the side. Or it looks like it is.
Yeah, it's shifted over by I think 2.2 millimeters.
But it'll sit the closer side you want facing you. They want to be close to one another.
Yeah, the reason they did that is for the 2U, because the housings on the bottom side of the plate are wide. So if you were to use like a normal MX stab, the housing of the switch and the stabs would actually need to be like in the exact same location. So they had to offset them just slightly so they fit around the housings.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's much older again.
And then these, the wire. So there's, if you look at the slots, you'll notice that they're offset towards one side, like vertically.
Like these ones.
Yeah. So they're offset towards, like they're offset upwards, I guess, from this angle. And that means that the wire is gonna go like it's basically like a north wire.
Oh, I get it. So like relative to where the switch position is.
Yeah, it's
like
offset
slightly above. They're not in line.
Yeah.
The wire goes towards the top.
Yep. And then if you'll see, there's also little side notches on the stab cutouts. You have to align the slider inserts and push them through first before you can clip the housing in.
Oh, okay. The little white bits.
Yeah, you have to push those through the plate and then you can clip the housing in. You can't do it all in one go.
I push those in because you can see they sit like a little further outside. I just got BDZ on myself.
Oh no. Your hand is now well lubed. You're going to be a faster gamer soon.
I'm rich. Okay, so you kind of have to clear those past the plate first, right? Yeah. Do you recommend doing one side first and then the other?
Yeah, do one at a time. It makes it a little bit easier. A little bit finicky, but you do it once and then you're done.
I got them.
And they actually clip into the plate.
Oh yeah, I think you showed me. You just press down.
Yeah, they take a little bit of finagling. The cutouts have to be like fairly tight, so.
Oh, I think it was pushed too far up. So it was hitting.
Oh.
It was pushed. I had pushed it up too far, so it was hitting the top part of this housing.
And this is also a good time to explain. So this is why there's one side that's flat on the housings, is so the stabs can butt up against the switches on the row above.
Oh, interesting.
So that's why like the housing orientation matters, is because you have to make sure the stabs fit.
That makes sense. So the next one, you're just gonna have them all faced that way.
Yeah, and then for like for other boards where you have to have like a 2U backspace, you have to flip a couple of them because all of the stabs have to have the wire inboard, because otherwise the wire sticks too far out and it will like actually interfere with the case.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So you have to. So it's a weird thing.
Trying to figure
If
out
you
which
built
way
it,
you want.
you'd understand. It's a lot more obvious when you actually build it.
And
then now we can do the little silencing pads for the stabs.
Oh, okay.
Which actually need a little bit of trimming.
Okay.
Deskeys.
So that's these guys.
I think didn't realize what they did a little bit.
Ooh, the shade. You heard it here first, everyone. BA's throwing shade.
Because it's harder to, if you looked at the stabs, there are like little rails on the bottom that stick up from the surface.
Oh, at the very bottom?
Yeah, like there's like towards like the wire side, there's little rails.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
There's like
there's
these little ones.
And you see how there's like a little gap at the top that they're not sitting on? Like where the wire basically clips in, there's like a little bit of area where those little rails aren't.
Where these holes are?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like up
so
here.
The dome for the switch above sits on that surface. So you basically stab also sandwiches like the dome. What Deskeys did with their little silencing pads, they put the silencing pad in that same location. So basically they're just making it sit underneath the dome and making it too thick.
Is that this little top part?
Yeah, you basically have to trim that little top part off.
Okay.
So it doesn't sit past those rails.
Let me get my clippers.
Technically make it proper.
Dang. Oh, no thanks, Dad. Sorry, I missed your hydration. Today I have water with, what is it called? It's called like True Lemonade or something. It's supposed to be like I'm sorry, I don't have moonshine. I only have this water blessed by the moon. And
somebody
also
who made moonshine in college.
Am I shining?
Always.
Dang. Alright, okay, let me cut this thing. So I noticed like there's a little like there's like a little notch like here. You just like cut it at the little top part that wings
the T
out.
part off, yeah. The very top T.
Okay.
Because that's the part that doesn't need to be there.
So it's like that.
Yes.
Nice, that's easy. And then you just stick it on top of the stab.
And it will align pretty easily.
Oh, this is cool. Wow, it does align really well.
Yeah, they did that part pretty good. They just forgot that the dome also sits on that part.
Like that. Oh, okay. So we just take off the little E part.
Yeah. I think what they did is they were looking at like the space bar on a stock board, because on the stock board the wire's on the bottom side, so there's no domes sitting on it. So I think they just forgot to look on the other ones. So it's a slight oversight, but it's not a hard thing to fix.
You heard it here first, everyone. Blind assassin, shading, Deskeys. Just kidding.
Hey, I can.
I'm just trying to create content. I'm just trying to create content for the Cube Noob drama stream.
Yeah. I mean, no one's perfect, so. I mean, look at Cube Noob. She's dropped how many things today?
Exactly.
And I forgot to send her a space bar, so there's that.
It's fine.
Yeah, my PCB doesn't work. there's that too.
Shh, we're not talking about that right now. Just kidding. Okay, so next step.
Okay, so this is the fun part.
That's true. Charles is perfect.
So we're gonna do the domes and springs now, but the proper way to do this is we have to. Oh wait, hold on. There, I think on one of the switches, the little part you cut off fell into it. It's like the second row from the top.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Eagle eye.
I just happened to see the black thing.
I
and I was like,
did
wait a
see
second.
it go flying, but I didn't know where it went. And I was like, I think it's on the desk, man.
So what you want to do when you do this step is you have to have the plate elevated because it can't have the sliders pressed like they are right now. They have to be like in a resting state.
Okay.
So it has to be floating.
Can I empty this out onto the desk?
Yeah.
And I'll just use the 2 cups.
Oh yeah. That works.
Because you usually just want something that's even, right? Like.
Yeah, you just want something that's stable and that'll lift it off the surface without pressing a single switch. Which is that part's the hard part. Stable and not pressing.
Maybe I need something long so that it can sit on where the plate.
Mm-hmm. What I did for OSA, sadly, you can't do because it's a method that doesn't work unless you have extra parts. So it doesn't work for like group buy people because I'm not gonna send them like 2 sets of the hardware, which is basically what it takes to do that method. Unfortunately. just shill win keys.
There we go. Win keys for the win. It's actually the perfect height.
That's actually pretty good. So now we get to do the fun part.
Yeah, they're like just barely not touching the.
Nice. The perfect cases.
Yeah, so basically, like, I tried to put it where the mounting points are because those were where it's not gonna be touching stuff.
Yeah, so the first step is 1, buy a bunch of artisans, and 2, use the cases.
There you go. Yeah, I like the Winkeys little boxes because I just throw a bunch of other artisans in there. Here, let's look at some of his caps. We got.
They're the same as Dreads, and they're really nice.
These are the Goose Station and Voynich. So that's the Goo Bear and the Goober. I think I like the Goo Bear the best. I have a couple of them. Aaron gave me one for my birthday.
Are these the dual shot ones?
These ones, I think they were
because the colors make me think dual shot.
They were like a PlayStation.
Yeah, dual shot was the PlayStation one.
Yeah, so to get this one, you had to solve a puzzle, and I solved the puzzle.
Oh.
We'll pay too much for Aftermath Booger. Oh, I don't have any boogers. The only Winkeys ones I have are Goober, Goo Bear, and then I have some of his early sculpt, the Clutch. I think I actually have one. So I won his first artisan raffle, or like the giveaway on Reddit. Like when the Ashes Clutch, I won that one on Reddit.
Flexing all your wins.
Yeah, obviously I got. Oh, my fan died again. Okay.
Oh, it did. Rippy dippy. So if you look at the domes, you'll notice for you I pre-cut them into the right links.
Wow.
They normally come from Deskeys. They come in little 4 strips, and then you have to cut them down to the number you need. So your first step will be placing all of the 4 strips.
Okay.
Starting like where escape is, which will be the top right. Yeah.
So it goes like that?
Yeah, and then you align those little holes with like there's like little alignment features on the domes.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure that
You
they're
see those little holes.
yeah. Just make sure you always align them because they got to be aligned. And basically, you just place as many 4 strips as you can.
Yeah.
And then we can go from there because I have them all perfectly cut, so you don't have to do any thinking beyond just does this fit, yes or no.
Perfect. This one's a little bigger, right?
Yeah, so if there's like an offset key, you that's going to be a single dome. I hear a cat crying outside my door.
Aww.
Probably wants to come hang out with his sister.
So you have Taco, and what's your other cat's name?
Oh, I have 5 cats. I have
pictures of them all.
I have Taco, Sky, Gizmo, Miko, and Cole.
Aww. They're all babies.
Four boys, 1 girl.
Aww. Yeah,
2 of them were from the same litter, which is Taco and Sky.
Oh, Switch Doctor is asking what weight domes are these?
These are the Deskeys version 2 brown, and these I think are around 60 grams, I believe. So the version 2 are, so I guess I'll go with this. The version 1 domes are like their equivalent of like the BKE super snappy, sharp tactiles. Version 2 are a slightly more round version of that. And then there's the V3, which is more similar to stock, but different weightings. Brown is 63 grams.
I did it.
And I don't equate the weighting with MX.
Mm-hmm.
So 63 might be like, oh, well, that sounds light compared to other tactiles, like a T1 Switch is 67 grams.
I was going to say that because I saw a lot of them are like 45 or 55 or something.
Yeah. It's entirely different, like, thought process for what you actually want for weightings. So just go with, it's better to, I guess, at least try them if you can, but these are pretty good. They're not overly heavy. And I mean, I daily 69 gram Anubis switches. So I mean, it's not like I have light tactiles.
These are so cool.
If only Switch Doctor was in Texas, I could let you see my domes.
Don't worry, I'm going home for Christmas, so I'm just kidding. I'm taking pictures because this is really interesting.
But yeah, this is also a good time. You can see how the domes sit on top of the stabilizers.
Oh
yeah! So now you can see what I was talking about.
Yeah, so they like overlap. Like right here.
Which is exactly why you had to trim that piece. Because otherwise you got 2 things in the same spot.
This is crazy. These are really cool though.
Yeah, because that's how they designed the stabilizers, is to do that, and it's just the cool thing that somebody had that idea. Yeah. Like, you know what we need to do? Have it so they overlap just slightly.
Putting these on is very satisfying though. The way they like kind of sit around these posts, which are basically 2 halves of the housing, like 2 housings together. Very satisfying.
And this is why I don't like NIS housings, because they don't have the alignment features.
Oh yeah.
You have to like actually place them perfectly.
That sounds like too much effort.
Yes, that
sounds like way too much effort.
Yay.
Hey, what's up, Romy?
Here's the scary part, because you've already lost a couple things.
Don't worry, I'm paying attention.
Topre springs like to go flying.
These thingies?
Yeah, they like to disappear in your carpet.
Well, we don't got no carpet here, so we're good.
Oh, well, they like to disappear in every crevice they can find.
They're gonna try and go under my desk.
Yes. I'd recommend taking the Minne off the desk probably just so you have that space available. Because I'm going to teach you a fun method that I discovered.
I love
So if you look at the bag, you'll notice that a bunch of the springs are like stuck together.
Oh yeah.
So if you just go ahead and just basically just dump that all on the desk in like one small area, and then if you can start by finding springs that you can tell are just a single one, and then you just place that in the domes with like the point facing towards the inside. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you want
So if you're never seen topre springs before, they're conical shaped, which is interesting. Oh yeah, could we put? Are these
you
magnetized?
don't want to because they're fairly weak springs and the magnets are generally stronger. So you kind of like bend it. Yeah, you'll probably bend it more than likely.
So you just stick them like that.
Yeah, and make sure that they're sitting. Like, yeah, you don't have to like have them like perfect, but you just want to have them sitting in the dome and not like angled. It looks pyramids. It looks fine. So if you find one that's combined, like it's stuck in, the secret is like pick it up and drop it on the desk from about like 6 inches or so, and they will actually tend to bounce apart and separate.
It worked.
It's the most like non-destructive method you could use because they're so fragile that it's scarier to do it any other way. But they tend to actually just break apart, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, they're kind of slowly like unwinding. Oh yeah, look, they came apart. Wow.
That way you don't have to risk messing up.
Like, how do you like twist them? You know, like.
Yeah, it's really hard. That's why I found that method one day because I was just like, I don't want to do this and break it. And it's like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And I've never seen anyone ever say that before, ever. And it's like, this is...
Y'all are getting the pro tips right now. The topre... This isn't topre noobs. This is topre pros, baby. Yeah! It's really satisfying putting these in the things, though.
It's fun. Especially when you, like, everything easily aligns. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it really, like, fits down into the housing thingy.
Oh, there goes one. It's right behind the Stirka. Yeah. Right, just behind the weight.
I was like, I saw it go right back there.
Yeah, they're fun to grab as well. They're like the perfect shape that you can't get your fingers to grab.
Like if they're
literally perfect. Yeah. That one person in Japan who decided the wrong angle.
Dude, it totally works. It's awesome. These are really fun.
I know some people like to like lube the springs or lube the PCB even. Oh. Just like for like spring crunch. You don't technically need to. It's preference, and if you end up hearing noise, you can just take off the PCB and redo the springs.
How would you lube the PCB? Do you just like wipe it on the?
You take a brush and you just wipe it on the pads.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. You're just literally lubing a PCB. It's kind of weird. I did it on one PCB. I didn't really notice a difference. I don't know if it's a good method or if bag lubing them is better.
Yeah.
But then bag lubing, you can't do the drop method because then you get lube everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Unless you have like a dedicated container or something.
Yeah. get like a Tupperware container and just drop them in there.
Huh. So interesting.
But on my OSA, I didn't even lube the PCB or the springs, and they were dead silent.
Yeah, that I really liked that board. I am very excited to get my pals on one of those.
Actually, let's see what tracking shows. Will I have those soon? Where's the tracking number? There it is. Oh, it just hasn't updated yet. Damn.
Because you ordered the OSA PCBs already, right?
Yeah, they're on the way to me now. Because I had to have a friend solder one component on there. Because they're not in stock on JLC. I think you're having more fun just dropping the springs than anything at this point.
Don't tell them.
Yeah, it's a fun method. It works.
Yeah.
That's the important part. It works.
It works. Doesn't hurt anything. One of them fell into the abyss.
I told you. It does. It just.
Okay. Just making sure I don't run over.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm always scared of. It's gonna fall directly behind the wheel.
Yeah.
And then you move and you destroy it, and you just regret every decision you made in life.
Oh, is it 2? I just like the shape. It's really pretty.
Yeah, I know Deskeys recently released a volcano spring, which looks hilarious. I don't know if they're worth getting.
It's
because they're supposedly better for spring crunch, is what they're stating. Oh, that one went directly onto the PCB.
Yeah. It
is supposed to be part of the game. It's supposedly supposed to be for like spring crunch, but they changed the shape, so that changes how the spring sits on the PCB, like as you press it. So it changes like the curve of the capacitance. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's like it could maybe cause some issues with like certain PCBs.
Yeah, it could actuate incorrectly, like at the wrong time, because it wasn't designed to actuate with that specific thing in mind. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to test it out.
I also just don't feel like spending more money.
I know. Because you said like some of the stuff's kind of pricey, right?
Yeah, Deskeys stuff is not cheap. They did not go for the affordable route.
Yeah.
Which is kind of annoying, but
I mean it kind of makes sense. I feel like
it has to be.
Yeah, because I feel like topre is kind of a niche within a niche, so like.
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense, but yeah, it's probably annoying, especially if you want to try and get more people into it.
Yeah, it's not it makes the barrier to entry much higher. And I know that's what one person griped about on the OSA IC forum, was like, you're making people spend this much for a keyboard and then also still have to go buy like a $200 donor board.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I can't do anything about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like a not yet, you know what I mean? Like it's still, there's options will come up in the future. It's just like right now we don't have.
We have the early adopter tax.
Yeah. Okay, we got some extra springs.
Oh yeah, I just dumped springs because I didn't feel like counting. Because then I'd have to separate them all.
Yeah.
It's like, you just take them all.
All right.
So, and then this part. Oh, I guess I should have done that first. Well, we're here. I did one part out of order. I technically should have made you put the standoffs on the plate first. But
okay.
You can just put them on the PCB. It's not going to hurt it. It's just technically I did it backwards.
Oh, okay, because normally you would put the screws through and have a standoff sitting.
Yeah,
Like,
and then you could put it on there, and then you could screw those down and then go from there. Because normally you put all the screws from the back all at once, but this way you have to do it from both directions.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So this is the PCBs. These ones are just dummy PCBs, right? They're
just the PCB, no components.
The PCB.
I also have one in my hands just so I can guide you through visually.
Yeah.
And also, once you take it apart, you'll notice I also labeled some things so you can makes it more obvious. Because depending on the layouts, will change what screws you have to install.
Look at you, user experience.
My UX is great.
My UX is lit. Yeah, I noticed. So this is what the PCB looks like. Oops, upside down. So you can see it's a lot different than an MX style PCB.
Yeah, you have a ton of Pokeballs.
Yeah, usually you would have holes through the PCB and then you would solder on the back side. This one is no soldering required. Just Pokeballs and screws.
Yeah, and then you can see all the labels for all the screws right there.
Oh yeah. So you have all the labels here for like the different stabilizers. Oh, that's cool.
There's a cat destroying my carpet.
As is tradition.
Okay, so this is the part where having the stabilizers, not the stabilizers, the standoffs in first would have made life easier because you have to figure out how to align the PCB because you basically have to align it as you drop it on because you don't want to move it once it's touching the domes and springs because then it messes with the alignment. So you have to like just perfectly.
What the freak is that?
Oh, I just basically put the 2 O-rings because it's a burger mount.
Oh, okay.
I just did it so yeah.
I was like,
yeah, switch doctor. This part's the fun part. Whew.
Okay, so there's a bunch of screws. There's little tiny baby ones.
Yeah, I'll explain the screws in a second. So let's first attempt to put the PCB on. Okay. So you put the Pokeballs towards the springs. And then your goal is to align it perfectly from the top. So you basically try to like align like the screw holes on the PCB and the plate. Usually it's easier when you have the standoffs because you can actually see them in the holes. But we don't have that ability, unfortunately. Oh, right. Yep, that's a good point. Switch doctor. Yeah, we have to put the standoffs on the PCB. I forgot already. Because I did it backwards in the first place.
Okay, so I gotta get these ones.
I guess let's look at the back of the PCB again. So you'll notice that around the holes, there's 2 different styles. There's ones that have circles and arrows. And then there's ones that have bigger circles, no arrows. If it eventually focuses, we'll see that.
You fool! Focus! I put the influencer hand. Okay. So yeah,
there's some with small circles, arrows, and then there's big circles. Big circles are standoffs. Small with the arrow are the long screws that go in thread into the plate.
Okay, cool.
So what we'll do is get the standoffs in the tiny black screws. Okay. And then you'll put them on the standoff ones. And you have the standoff on the Pokeball side. Yeah, I think it's like a Phillips number 1.
Standoff Pokemon side.
See, that makes it easy to remember. It's like, okay, standoff's Pokemon, got it. And then you want to make sure these are really tight.
Yeah.
Thank you, Switch Doctor, for remembering the part that I forgot.
Switch Doctor.
Even though I said it out loud multiple times to myself and Yeah.
He's a pro.
He's the doctor. That's just more proof.
He is. I always message her. I'm like, girl, what should I put with these? I'm like, what should I lube? What lube should I put on these switches? How should I mod these switches? She gave me the prescription. Big hole. Sand. Started looking at flights to Australia. I'm planning out the Cube Noob Australia tour.
You're going to the better Texas.
Better.
I can't remember who it was. I think it may have been Ted Cruz, or it was another.
No.
I know. I don't.
Trigger warning.
Yeah.
Trigger warning.
I can't remember if it was him or a different person in Texas, like a political person, but they made a comment like about how Australia and Texas are the same, and some Australian government person, I'm not sure what their position was just like, do not compare us to you, please.
They're like, please just don't. Thanks.
Yeah, we do not want to be associated with this. It's like, I agree. Like, there is similarities, but at the same time, Australia doesn't have the BS that we're having to deal with. Y'all have much more reasonable society by what it looks like.
Crocodiles in the ocean.
I saw recently that Texas was voted the second worst state to live in now.
Oh no.
It's like, oh, I don't want to be here.
But obviously us Californians are coming to take your gerbs.
I know a lot of Californians go to Austin. Austin's the new LA.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. I wanted to move to Austin for a while, but then that happened. I was like, never mind.
Actually, that's true, because my friend, she recently moved there, but it was because the company she's working for moved there.
So there's a lot of tech in Austin.
Yeah.
But there's also no longer affordable housing in Austin.
Yep, that seems to happen when the tech industry moves in.
Yeah. It's sad. Because when I was there in, I think, 2016, and the apartment I stayed at, the rent was, I think, $2,400 a month, which was, whew.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty high.
Oh yeah, it was not cheap. It was, I was an intern at National Instruments, and they paid half, and there was 4 of us living there, so it was just...
Oh, dang.
It made it cheaper.
Yeah, but it was probably packed.
Yeah, because it's a 2-bedroom, and so it was 2 people per bedroom.
Oh, no. Okay.
And then, like, the neighborhood behind us was, like, $1 million houses, and it's just like... I can't afford to be in this area.
Yeah. Okay, I think I have all the...
Yeah, there's
things. Oh, thank you for following. Thank you, Hexy the Grouch. Hello, how are you doing?
That name.
Okay,
so now you can align a little bit easier, I think, because you can kind of see underneath the PCB in between the plate. And then what you're gonna do is get one of the long black screws, and I guess go like through like one of like the center holes with the arrow, and then just try to get it to align, and then screw it in.
So it just screws directly into the plate?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it went in.
Oh wow, yeah. So yeah, you got it perfectly aligned then. And then it's kind of like just slowly add them in.
Yeah. I'm just kind of doing it loose. I like that you put the arrows because that's very helpful.
The reason I put the arrows is actually because topre does that.
Oh, really?
They do that to differentiate. They do the arrows for the long ones, and then big circles for their standoffs as well. So I kept the tradition just to make it like the same thought. You didn't have to learn a whole new
for
symbol
people
system.
who like know the original way.
Yeah, and then also when your donor board will have the exact same images.
Oh, okay.
So you'll know, oh hey, look, this is an arrow screw or a big circle. So you'll have that same thought. You'll know what to look like, what these mean. Even though the screws from the donor don't work in this board.
I'm curious, like, to get the screw to go into the plate like this, do you have to like do something special to the plate, like to like
yeah, they had
have
to
it
tap
threading?
the hole.
Oh, okay, that's what it's called.
Yeah, you tap threads. Tap tap tap. Yep. This reminds me of Ducky.
Oh yeah. You just watched Land Before Time. That's right.
Yeah.
The trauma.
I watched that and man, it was only like, it was 20 minutes into the movie. 20 minutes.
I know. This was like
destroy you in 20 minutes. It's like, damn.
That's so funny.
But also, it gave me a thought that it's wild that back then, an hour movie was considered long for animated. Right? Nowadays, it's like around 2 hours is considered a normal animated movie. It's really interesting.
I just remembered that from the game.
Yeah, it's literally 20 minutes in. But it was cute. It was cute watching it again.
That movie is really cute.
It's good. Because last time I watched it, I was still a kid, so I didn't actually. Yeah. And I think it holds up pretty well. It's not one of those things you watch back and it's like, oh, it was better by nostalgia. No, it was still good. It was cute.
I haven't watched because there's like a million like sequels, right? Like I think there's like 14 or something.
Yeah, there's a ridiculous amount. I only watched the first one. I'm not gonna watch every single one again.
I think I might have watched the second one.
I know I've watched a couple when I was a kid, but I don't remember which ones.
Yeah.
I was also debating about trying to watch An American Tale again.
Those are good. I rewatched those.
I loved them as a kid, and I kind of want to see if they hold up. Five Goes West was one of my favorite movies. Did you ever watch Oliver and Company?
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved Oliver and Company enough to name a cat Oliver when I was a kid.
Aww, that's cute.
Did
you ever watch Secret of Nim?
I feel I may have. I cannot remember.
You probably blocked it out of your memory. It was super scary. It's about like these like rats, and there's like owls. There's this creepy like rat with powers. It's wild. Okay, I think I have them all in.
Secret. Oh wow, that came out in '82. Oh, I feel like that looks very familiar, but it's been probably when I was a little kid, and I do not remember. Oh yeah, glowing eyes. I remember the glowing eyes.
See, I'm telling you. I recently got all of the American Tail movies on Blu-ray. Heck yeah! Preserve the history. Those are like such good movies.
They were so good.
Okay, I think I'm done.
Now we have to flip it over and install the silver screws, the flathead ones from the top.
So these are all the screws with the arrows. And as well as the standoff screws.
And you can actually go ahead and start pressing them and see what they feel like. Because you don't even technically need these last screws, but you should.
They feel like they're definitely like light on the lighter tactile side, but I like that they're not like so light like a like a brown. It's so cool.
Yeah, they're still a good tactile. They're not. That's one thing that you have with topre is you have such a wild range you can do with tactility. Really cool. You can go almost linear to like literally breaking a chocolate bar. No, no joke. The BKE Redux Extremes literally feel like breaking a chocolate bar with every single press. They are like 90 grams.
Look, there's hidden springs underneath the plate.
Oh no. Please tell me they didn't fall out.
No, I think they were, I think when I was like messing around and dropping them, I think some of them flew underneath the plate.
Yeah, go ahead and put the silver flathead screws in there.
Okay.
On the countersunk holes. Let's just hope to stand off.
I get it now. So these little holes are the tapped ones coming from the bottom side. And then the countersunk ones are the...
Yeah, normally on stock topre, they don't have any screws on the top. But they have the standoffs are like part of the plate. Which is a very expensive assembly method. So the cheap way to do it is standoffs.
Oh, I get it. Oh, because you would have to machine around those, right? Rather than like...
Well, what they do is they...
injection molded or something?
No, they're metal. They just have them... They like press them in and then they deform them so they like they are permanently installed. Like with a press.
So you can't just Hulk smash them into the plate?
No. Yeah, so this is the cheaper alternative.
Yeah, it works. I like that they sit flush on the plate.
They actually will sit more flush. These actually don't sit flush because they didn't countersink far enough, but my drawings next time will make sure that they sit as designed. Because these are slightly above the surface.
Well, when you have not good vision, like me, they look flat.
Yeah, they look good, but yeah, just not perfect.
So those are the silver screws screwed into the top. Yeah. Look at her, she's cute. These are fun.
I just love how hilarious it is watching you this, like how much bigger your hands are than this tiny.
I know, it's so small, little baby. Well, if you look at it compared to Stirka, like
it's a baby keyboard. I kind of enjoyed it because it's so small.
Yeah, and that's what I like about 40s too, is like because it's small, you're not having to invest a ton into like parts and stuff, and also it's easy and fast to build, so like you can really mess around. Okay, so I'm assuming I take the screws out of the box.
Yep, it's a 2.5 millimeter Allen. Allen. Yes, topre noise.
Oh, I put these in the wrong order, I think.
Oof.
Oh yeah, this one goes here.
There was one day I accidentally dropped my iFixit kit onto my foot, and the things went everywhere.
No, you're like...
The one situation where the magnets on the lid do not help you, because the lid goes flying too.
Wait, this one no, that one works. Maybe I'm just crazy. Oh, hey Conan, how's it going? We're building a prototype tonight. This is called the Minne. Hey, what's up, Trav? We're building the Minne. It's a 40% topre.
Oh,
hey, what's up? Important research. What's up, the homies? Hello, researcher Ryan. Hello, researcher Corey. Thanks for the raid, homies. How's it going? How was the research tonight? Sure. That Clifford Mao, I'm sorry, but I will always dox you, following in the footsteps of your brother. It is the research crew. I love
And
them.
it's so much easier to do that too. It's easier to dox him than also call him Lang.
Oh, so there's two lengths of screws. The back ones are longer.
Yeah, back ones are
than
much
the
longer.
Front one, yeah, that's nice. I had a trouble with. There was a board recently where my screwdriver wouldn't fit all the way down. The back
Jirka.
one. Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah. The only reason CNA has it like that is because of the way the back weight is.
Mhm.
It actually they have to be taller just because they have to just for the stack up to work. They have to be much longer.
Yeah, it's not a big deal or anything to me.
Yeah, it makes it nicer because you're like, oh, I know what goes here.
Yeah, it definitely makes it easier. Winnie, what are you doing?
And they're not like
Come
1
here.
millimeter different.
Come say hi. Winnie's over. She brought me some hair ties. She wants me to throw it. So she's just staring at it until I throw it.
How old is Winnie?
She's 4 years old.
Oh wow, she's younger. Okay.
Yeah, she just has
I don't know if she
old
was
grumpy energy.
Yeah, she does. That's why I was surprised. Because I have a cat who's like around 12, who's about as grumpy.
Oh yeah, no, Winnie is like a professional grumper. Oh, this is the inside of the bottom case. We got the logo. Oh, so this piece will come out.
Yeah, that piece is separate.
Ooh, we should get some like. I bet you Rufio would be down to cast some resin ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this piece would be easy to do too.
Yeah, it'd be really simple. Just pop it.
Rufio, where you at? Okay.
I guess one part would be hard because there's one part that's quite thin, and I'm not sure how resin likes thin stuff.
Oh, this is cool. So is this what you mean, burger mount? Is that there's?
So no, this is an alternate mount.
Oh, okay.
This is more of like an isolation, like a full isolation.
Oh, because it's not touching the plate at all.
So what happens is these actually get sandwiched between the top and the bottom. And therefore the plate's just like floating.
Oh.
Whereas with burger mount, you still have a little bit more. You still have the screw technically holding it.
That's cool. So will this optional mount come, like these little thingies come with the kit?
No. It's just a thing I found out that works and that I just let people know.
You prefer taco mounts? I like tacos.
I like tacos. Tacos are good.
So for these ones, I will just put one O-ring on here.
Well, actually, what I do, I like to just put the screw in with and then put the O-ring on the other side. Because my O-rings are slightly undersized, so they actually grab on the screw.
Oh, okay, cool. So you do it on this one?
Yeah, you just put the screw in from this side, then you put the O-ring on the other side, and then it'll hold the screw in.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I purposely did that.
That's really nice because I know I had an issue with on the, I think it was the Rect 1800 or like one of those, the brutal boards. The O-rings kept like flying around.
Yeah, that's probably because they decided to do like the O-ring the same diameter as the screw instead of mine.
Like
it's
slightly smaller.
It's an M3 screw, but I think the inner diameter of the O-rings is like 2.6 or 2.7 millimeters. So it slightly stretches it just ever so slightly.
That's good though, because
then it holds.
Cling on. Then you don't have to fight with the O-rings.
Oh, and one thing to mention is you also don't have to install like the top middle one if you didn't want to, because burger mount, the tabs are technically just floating in space if there's nothing on them, so there's nothing to hit on the top or bottom. So if you wanted to change the feel like a little bit, you can just not install a standoff like a screw entirely.
Oh, okay, and then it'll be a little more flexible in the middle.
You can do that with the MX as well. You just can choose how you do it.
Like. And then we can drop this whole thing in. Yeah. Did you remove like a mounting point on the
bottom? On the topre ones, yeah.
Oh, okay. So the MX one would have.
They're only gonna be in brass. So it was just easier to make it just default a smidge more flexible. And to to know you have it at the right depth, if you want the screw head, like the underside, like the flat part of the screw head, to be flush with the surface of the case. So like if you like the bottom row ones, you just want it so basically the O-ring just sits below that surface.
Oh, okay.
That's how you know it's the right depth. And it should be fairly easy to screw in because I actually tapped the threads on this board. Oh, I think you might be muted now?
Oh no, I'm just like
Oh,
muttering to myself.
Okay, I don't know if you were trying to say something. Just like, oh no.
No, I think it's like stuck on the one side. No, the screws fell.
Oh no. It should have been pretty easy.
Yeah, I think I just maybe didn't align it properly. I don't think it's stuck. I think it's just I need to, or it's my bit maybe is too big or small.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, I think it's the wrong bit. I think these.
Okay, it's like it should be pretty easy because I've unbuilt this a couple times.
Yeah, I think the bit on these screws is slightly smaller than.
Yes, yeah. So it's button head is usually smaller than the socket, like the socket head ones or the outside of the case. That's just the standard for metric. So it'll be 2.5 on the outside, 2 on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a me problem.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. I'm just so used to it, I didn't even think about it. She's lost an O-ring.
That's smart.
Yeah, I'm trying to look for it. I don't know.
I think it might have fell under my desk again. Luckily, when things fall, they usually go in one direction. Alright, let me check this surface.
Also a chance it went in between the PCB.
That happened to me one time. I was like, this freaking keyboard. I was so mad.
What's up, Charles?
Hey, what's up, Charles? Yeah, it's just me dropping things like usual.
No ring this time. Things were going good, and then the O-ring decided to check out.
It's more that I don't know what size screw to use. Or what size bit to use. And then I struggled.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. Well, we can find it later because you don't have to screw that one in. You can just ignore that one for now.
Yeah.
We can just pretend it doesn't exist.
Don't know anything.
And just find the O-ring before
I'll
a cat
find
eats
it. Yeah. Okay. This way. Yeah, I had the wrong size screw bit, and so it wasn't going, and I was like, "What is happening?" There we go. Look at her. Dude, that's so cool. And then I'm like, Pachinko man.
Yeah, you gotta play the game of feel now, because oh no.
Yeah.
Those rings earlier were hard to find. Now these are smaller.
Oh yeah,
But at least they have a third dimension that you can feel.
Yeah, these ones are a little bigger, so I'm sure I'll find it. But it's probably under my desk. Do you ever mess with like adding any like foam or anything under here, or is the clearances pretty tight? Like,
So for topre, it gets a lot closer.
Mm-hmm.
So no.
Okay. I really like the size of this board, though. It's really cute.
Mm-hmm. It's my first 12.75U. It is so small.
Yeah. I can show it next to the smoker. But yeah, it's very small. I bet it's kind of fun, though, to kind of like change your existing design into like a baby version.
Mm-hmm. I like that. It's a fun process.
Trying to like translate, an existing design language into something baby.
Mm-hmm. The side cutouts took forever on this one.
Oh, really?
Because I couldn't reference what Cine was because it's an entirely different size. So I just had to play with it until it looks similar enough.
Yeah.
And it didn't look too big, it didn't look small.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like having to adapt it, I think, is the interesting part for me. Like what I'd be interested in learning about. Conan says, I usually do not like 40s that much, but given this is a topre one, I'm pretty much interested. Yeah.
See, but then you also might like the OSA, which is a topre Alice.
That's true.
Topre and MX Alice. Can't forget that it has MX. Topre is just a secondary thing. But that's what everyone's like.
Yeah,
ooh.
I think people are very excited about the prospect of a custom layout topre. Look at her, she's so cute.
Really wish we could put a 10U on the bottom node just to look at how funny it looks.
I know, I don't have one right now, but does DSS have a 10U?
No, because there wouldn't be a mold for a 10U. It only is in DCS.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just an unfortunate thing.
Because I was like, I have a DSS kit that don't help us. Well, I could put a 7U on. What set you on this board? We got well, I have too many keycaps. I got handwork. I got SA Recall. I don't know if it has 40s though. I have GMK Greg. I got I don't even know if Greg would fit on this board. I got Cool Kids. I got First Light, but I don't think First Light has all the 40. I'm trying to think when I have 40 support.
I mean, if handwork is there, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of that set, but if it fits, it fits.
Yeah, I have it. Let me get it.
Think of what was I doing? Oh yes.
I have the hype set PVT Noel. For all
Yeah, I
my
was
weebs
debating
out
about getting that
there.
because that has 40s.
I have that. Do you
Oh,
use that?
yeah.
Okay.
I was actually debating about getting that for mine, and because you can get a white Tenu that's I think close enough.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, maybe that might be my set.
I was laughing at this set because I don't know if I either dropped the spacebar or it came like this, but the 7U spacebar was like it was just like in the box, like not inside any container like of the trays.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I think it's just too many caps for their packaging.
Hey, what's up, Kajata? That box has more tools than the Senate. Hey, girl. Okay, let's make this the ultimate weeb topre 40s. I guess it is Japanese, so on theme. Do you have the Minne, oh, I thought that was a bug, but it was the emoji. I got scared. I was like...
I like how that was your thought. Oh, emoji.
Like, okay, here we go. We got the layout. Okay. So I think it'll look nice with this case color too.
Yeah, that was my other thought.
It's really quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's wild. Is there a way to like have really loud topre or not really?
You only get the top out sound because
okay.
the bottom out is going to always be silenced just because of the dome. And that's the only reason I kind of like silenced is because it's normally if like in that sound you like is the bottom out.
Yeah.
And I don't know, for some reason I just don't like the way like a top out sounds. It sounds weird. Because when you're letting go of something, it makes a noise instead of when you're pressing it. So that's if you didn't silence it, you might get a noise you're okay with. But yeah, it's okay. I typically like it silenced.
Clicky topre. Use the burner email account. I heard what is there was a new perk for Amazon Prime.
For Amazon?
It was if you have an Amazon Prime account, I think you can get a year of the DoorDash or something. Was it DoorDash or Grubhub? You can get a free year subscription for like their premium, so you don't have to pay the fees or whatever.
Because I don't like Grubhub.
Because I think they bought out DoorDash from what I remember.
Let me check. Because if so, I use DoorDash quite often.
Get that free whatever.
DoorDash. I see an Amazon DoorDash free. Oh, it's Grubhub. Damn it. I hate their UI.
I don't think the spacebar will fit. I think we should put like a weeb cap in the middle.
Yeah, the Tenu wire that I sent is for like the Kubachek ones or the ones from like Gion with the 8U locations, not the 7U.
Oh, the 8U. Okay. Yeah, I think is Paperwork 8U one?
It's 7U. That was the thing I remember a minute ago. So I just went. So it was a good thing we had this stream because I edited the form so it says that.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Because there are 2 different mounting positions.
Yeah, what we get.
Which is why if you look at the plate, there's 2 different stab mount locations, and that one of them's 10U, the middle one is 7U and 10U.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So if you want it, so this is the 8U wire, and that's the 7U.
Yeah. So this plate's for both 10U and 7U layouts.
Oh,
so you get the best of both worlds.
Oh, no worries, gnarly Charlies.
Yeah, gnarly. I was supposed to send one with the board, and I forgot to take it with me to the meet. And someone else was actually supposed to meet me there with like 5 10U bars, but they got sick the day of.
Oh.
So they couldn't show up. So there was multiple chances that failed.
It was not meant to be.
Yeah.
Is it this one?
It was just a big old fail on me.
There we go.
We don't get to see the meme of the 10U yet.
Yeah. I think maybe it's better for it to be a surprise for everybody.
It's gonna look amazing.
They'll get excited.
Also, I like how Noelle looks.
Do you want Pink Escape? There's also, they have like a novelties.
Oh, what novelties do they look like?
There's Leaf, Bow, Band-Aids,
and
coffee stains.
Bow.
Okay,
The
bow
bow
is cute. New Band-Aids. Oh, I guess it is row 1, but I don't care. Still looks cute.
Oh. We need 40s novelty support.
Yeah.
Come on, pause.
Come on.
We need more keys that won't fit in the trays.
No, literally, this tray is like jam-packed. And there's a keycap puller. Look at this. I was like, are you kidding me?
Doesn't fit.
Yeah, this set has so much compatibility, it literally doesn't fit in the box. It's perfect.
The thing is, I didn't like the way this set looked initially, but it's grown on me now that I've seen it.
Yeah, I think for me, it was just the aftermarket for the GMK version was annoying, so I was like, cringe. But the PBT version is really nice.
I like PBT honestly more nowadays.
Yeah, I do.
Especially for topre, PBT is so good.
I do too. I'm team PBT. I'm looking for what to put here. It feels so nice. Topre is so interesting.
Hopefully they have a 1U shift.
You know what Topre feels like? It feels like silenced tactiles, like silenced MX tactiles, but not like scratchy.
And you also don't have like the weird leaf noise.
Yeah. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, that's also a true statement.
And like this is actually sitting on the stab.
Yes, yeah. Sadly, the stab.
Okay, I'm looking for the shift, but I don't know if it comes with the 1U shift. It has a 1.25. Yeah.
If not, just find maybe Alt or Control.
There's like a function. There's a Noelle.
Maybe that's how you have Alt and Control on a 10U board.
Oh, there you go.
You just put it where Shift would be. Because who uses that Shift anyways?
There we go.
Actually, wait, is that one the wrong profile, or is it just the camera angle looking funky?
It's the camera angle.
Okay, I was about to say, because it looked kind of weird, but yeah.
Okay.
I wish I had the white 10U. Damn it.
It's okay. I'll have a 10U shortly, and I'll take pretend pictures of it.
But it also technically won't fit because that'll have the
stabs. Yeah. But they don't have to know that.
Yeah, just
look at her. This reminds me of my Saturn 60 build when I made the cardboard one because I forgot to put the stabilizers in. And so then I just like stuck a cap in the middle, like a 2U or something. I called it a day. Look at her. Well, it's cute.
Actually, I want to see. I've never seen the set on there. How is the profile on the side? Is it still a high profile board, or is PBT sitting a little bit high? I can't tell. No, it's still high profile.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't see like the bottom of the caps.
Nice.
She's cute. Look at her. We won't talk about the spacebar, but hey, what's up, Cujo? Yeah, we're just having so much fun. I keep dropping things on the ground, you know, the huge.
Oh wow, it is almost midnight here.
Ooh. Oh dang.
It's almost been 4 hours.
Wow. Oh yeah. Look at us, streamers. Streamers be streaming. Oh yeah, I was gonna show well, minus a keycap. This is what it looks like next to the smoker. Ew, cat hairs.
Which is like the big in this case because it's bigger.
Yeah.
It's not the small one now.
Let me put it in order.
This
is the mama. That's the baby. And this is the baby. Cujo's the one who wants my smoke. I told him he can fight me for the other one, the other colors. But the lavender, stays.
I did that.
The what?
He was saying, Tripop was saying that they used shift as space because they didn't have a center stab 6U.
Oh, nice.
on my first Topre board, it was a full-sized 104 UG for the model number. And it also needed a center stab 6U, and I didn't have one. So I just used shift. And it looks hilarious.
I love it. Innovation. Alright. I think we did it.
Oh, actually, I wonder if you should take off the sound filter and do like a sound test.
We can do that.
Because we can't do a typing test, we can do sound.
We can keep the RGBs without the surrounding. Okay. Let me turn off this fan.
Because I haven't even gotten a chance to build a Minne because I didn't have all the parts myself.
Badge.
This will be the first time the world has heard this board.
Oh my gosh. Through my crappy microphone. It's perfect. Okay, I'm gonna pull up a monkey type even though it won't work and I won't show it to you. Okay, let me pause.
Oh, I guess because you could use it just to type it out.
Yeah, I have something to type because I'm like,
so you're not just randomly spamming stuff.
I don't want to do the like 3-finger Alex Sotos typing test. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but when he types, he only uses 3 fingers, and he does it in like a diamond shape. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
I don't watch him enough to know.
I noticed it, and it, like I can't unsee it anymore.
You notice something like that, it's like, oh no, I'm ruined for life.
Yeah, that was like I cannot unsee this. Okay, wait. Ah! There's my cable.
In your setup.
It's so when I moved my camera, it made some things easier, but it complicated how my microphone is set up. Okay.
Which sucks because the camera angle is nice. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's interesting. It's different, but the way that my microphone is mounted, it's like complicated all of that. So
big rip.
Now we gotta. What I'm thinking of doing actually is I think I'm gonna get a different microphone with like a low profile like mount, and I'm gonna so it can sit like under my monitor basically.
Oh, okay.
Didn't someone say he used to type like a T-Rex? I don't know. So mean. I don't know. But should I? I'm just gonna take this off.
Oh, that sounded so bad.
Let me put a different key.
Just put shift on there. Do it.
Yeah, I have a tiny space bar.
Oh, that looks adorable.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna work.
Oh, there we go. I think the filter's on because I can't hear anything.
No, it's just that quiet. Like it's silent.
Really?
Yeah, it's so quiet.
Yeah, You can't hear anything.
Let me see if I can get it closer.
Wow. It actually sounds louder.
It's really quiet. Like, I'm trying to think if I still have my silent build. I don't think I do, but it's. I would say it's comparable to like to basically like bobas, like linear bobas, or like what is that one? Is that are bobas the tactile silent from Gazoo? It's like silent. It's super quiet. Like it's crazy.
Pop is not a great representation of the sound because it's the mic's having to basically. It's not. It's basically cutting out like the bass that you hear when you're actually typing on it.
Yeah, it's like it's very very quiet. Like yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, yeah. So they sound almost like U4s. Where it has like a sound, but it's like very, very, very quiet. I would consider this a silent board. Because you really can't hear anything. I think part of it too might be because it's a 3D printer. But yeah,
Maybe.
it's super quiet.
I mean, given the final board's also going to be plastic, it'll probably sound very similar.
Yeah, it's super quiet.
If not, maybe a little bit bassier because it'll have brass weight, so it'll have a little bit higher density.
Yeah, see, Turtle Cat, that's the thing about U4s I don't really like is that they feel like the bottom out is weird. It kind of
not.
yeah, it kind of feels similar, at least going down, but then it like doesn't have that weird like bottom out. I don't know how to describe it.
You don't really feel the squish on the bottom out.
Yeah, it's like it's a different feeling than like a MX switch. This thing is fun though. Yeah, it's very weird sensation. I'm like, cause yeah, like, cause silent tactiles are kind of weird feeling, but this is not bad at all. But yeah, it's super quiet. Like, I'm curious now to hear what it sounds like without that silencing ring.
It's a lot clackier.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how it would sound without that.
That's the one thing that you benefit from with the rings is you have like they compress the domes ever so slightly, so then the sliders actually are kind of like held in place a little bit better, so they can't rattle.
Okay. Yeah.
When you take the ring out, they don't have anything like pushing against them as much, so they kind of rattle a smidge.
Because it kind of like pushes it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes
sense. It forces it into the dome just enough that it has something to rest against.
So weird. So
on both sides. But I hope it feels good.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels nice. You just can't hear it.
Yeah. That's what I liked about the OSA was like it's just a nice quiet board.
Yeah.
Huh. It's one thing that also makes you need to spend more time on stabilizers because you got to make sure that they're quiet as well.
Yeah.
Because if your stab makes any noise, that's all you're gonna hear.
Yeah, I would be curious too to see how it sounds with like a different plate material. But this is interesting.
I've only ever done stainless and then brass. I know I saw something in one of the discords of someone tried a palm plate and they're like, I regret this. It was a waste of money.
Was it just too flexy or like
Well, it's too flexible, but then also I guess the sound just sounds weird.
Okay. That's funny.
There's too much plastic going on.
Yeah, see you later, Turtle Cat. Have a good night. Sorry we kept you up late.
Yeah, just a wee bit.
Let me consolidate these screens. Okay, I'm gonna look around for that other
O-ring.
Other O-ring, because it's around here. I just gotta find it.
I love how this looks with just a small bar just chilling there.
I'll take pictures of this and just post it everywhere.
Like, ta-da, we're done.
We did it! They're like, what the?
I really hope the white DCS Tinu looks good with Noelle, because I think I might just go for it.
Yeah. Because what color is it? It's a stock color, the DCS one?
Yeah, it's a white stock color, and I don't know which it is. Let's go with G. Let's go to Geonworks. Geonworks.
When he's gonna have to help me find it.
Keycaps. There's the Tinus.
Oh, I found it.
Oh, you did?
I knew it was there. It's always at the back of my desk. This is the worst.
Oh, they're comparing it to... Oh, they also... He was nice enough to do like a GMK comparison for the color.
Oh, nice. Like a side-by-side?
Yeah, so he, the color... So they do like the... He has it listed as WGC, which is Signature Plastics, and then WS1 for GMK. And I have a GMK color ring, so I can check.
Yeah, I have a coloring. I made it into a necklace, though.
Okay. So it'll be a smidge warmer. WS1 is a tad bit warmer. It's not like a pure white. It's a smidge warm. But it'd probably look perfect enough.
Yeah. And you... Spacebar! Okay. Make sure I put all this back together. We found the O-ring! Okay.
Somebody in the Minne channel was like, I missed it. I hope I get to watch the VOD. It's like, it's only 4 hours.
Yeah, it'll be up on my Twitches, and then I'll upload it to YouTube. Eventually. I try to go in order, but I also am a little behind.
Only a little bit behind.
Yeah, on my VODs. Alright, let's find somebody to raid. Do you want keyboard streamer, baby stream, or big stream?
If the keyboard baby stream.
Okay, let's see if we can find a baby.
If not, then, well.
Alright, who is streamer right now? There's someone... Signing? Who is this? Oh, there's ads. Darn it! I like to check and see what they're up to. Make sure they're not done with their stream already. This person is called G Custom Keyboards. What are they making? What's custom?
Ooh, hold on, let me check. Frank. I think that's somebody. I think they're a vendor.
Oh, really?
They're G Custom Cables. Do they have? Because I know they have a couple different names. I wonder if it's the same people.
There's some kind of like... I don't know if he's building keyboards right now. There's some kind of girl on there, like an anime girl.
Oh, maybe it's like a... Oh, what are they called? Like a VTuber?
No, it's not a VTuber. It's like something else. I don't know what it is. We'll just raid Frank, because it's Frank. And I know what he's doing. Alright, let's get this set up. Is there any?
Oh, I think it's probably somebody else. Okay, because no, there's a there. I just searched them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But there's a company that's called G Custom Cables.
Oh, okay. Alright, thank you everyone for hanging out on the stream. Thank you, Blind Assassin, for teaching me the ways of the token.
No problem.
I know things in it. But yeah, keep an eye on the 40s Discord if you're interested in getting a Minne. Junkie Animorph! Junkie Animorph, I'm so happy I got to meet you in Houston. Oh my gosh. Thanks for hopping on the stream. But yeah, I will be back maybe on Wednesday. It depends on how tired I am. But if not Wednesday, I'll be back next week, Monday. I'll probably be building the Songyo 65, provided I lube my switches. That's the real question. But yeah, let's all show some love to Frank. Let's do a raid message.
Small topre.
What is it? Small topre?
Small topre.
Okay. Our raid message is gonna be small topre. So feel free to spam his chat. Alright. I hope you all have a good night. I will catch you later on. Stay cool out there. And I will talk to you later. Bye.
Float.
Okay.
There they go.
Keep this. Oh my goodness. So many raid today. Oh my. It's not even my usual stream day.
Super